What's going on, good people? I always start off on this side. Turn this down just a tad bit. Might be a little too loud. I love this song though. Just puts me in the right mood. It soothes me. Good people, what's going on? It's your boy Gaming Dad. That's right, it's Metroid launch week. Going on, man. What's on my good people? You know what? Listen, I need to stop looking at myself. But it's so hard not to look at myself. But the camera over here. I know, man. One day I'm gonna have somebody that's gonna control all of this here, and I can only be able to stare at one thing, and then somebody will get the different angles because I'll be set up with nice cameras and all that good stuff. So charge it to my head, not to my heart, good people. It's your boy. We back. It's launch week, man. Your boy even got a Metroid shirt on. Check out the swag. Picked it up from Amazon, man, and you know, and it's good quality. I don't think it's an official. They try to play it off like it's an official Nintendo shirt, but I don't think it's official. Let's see. Let me know how the sound is going on, how I'm sounding, how I'm looking. Tons of people chat. Oh, what's on Guerrilla Tactics? I tried to type in everybody beforehand, but I didn't see you, my brother. I apologize. Gorilla T. Gorilla Tactics, you know, listen, I tell you, you got a dope YouTube name. All right. Let's go ahead and get into some of the. I'm gonna let this fade on out. Unless y'all like the music. If y'all like it, I'll leave it up a little bit. Maybe that little bit. Maybe it'll keep playing, or you know, it might fade out. I don't know. But we'll keep it popping as long as we can. So let's go through the comments. My boy Basil YT was first. It says, yo, right back at you. Representing the UK. Cool Breeze. I went from last week. Cool Breeze, man. Did you receive your $10 eShop card? I meant to send it to you earlier, but I did send it off. So check your Twitter. It should be in your inbox. Norm, what's going on, my brother? Welcome back. SOC, my partner in crime. What's going on with you, sir? Stevie M, man, my Lions look terrible. But at least Michigan got the dub. But man, Lions, boy, they look. Whew. I don't know, man. 5-0. I don't think they come back from this. You might go ahead. We might go ahead and start looking at draft picks. SOC's at 81, picking up Super Monkey Ball tomorrow. I have my pre-order and will be heading to GameStop ASAP tomorrow. I ain't mad at you. I did not pick up. I was never. Well, I'm taking back. I ain't saying I'm never a fan. I've owned Monkey Ball. I played the Monkey Ball. I owned the copy that was on the what you call it, the GameCube, but I did not pre-order this one here. There's Maintenance eShop. Wonder what they are doing. I don't know. Maybe it's this huge cyber attack since you know Facebook and Instagram went down. Man, I was like, man, is it my internet? I thought it was my internet. I was like, man, something going on, man. I can't get on Facebook, and you know what? But today, this kind of really proved to you, man, how dependent we are upon some of these social media accounts. You know what? That for them to shut down like they did today. If you don't know that Facebook and Instagram shut down, but they did, and it's like Instagram is still acting up. I still can't post like any videos, anything like that. But it is what it is. You know what? Life goes on. But I'm kind of glad this is happening. Maybe the country will wake up and say, hey, you know what? We need to find some other sites. To share, or really shouldn't be sharing none of our information and our data, but we need to find something that kind of balances off because it was kind of disturbing how you kind of felt like you kind of felt almost isolated. I was like, man, what's going on? I ain't used to that kind of feeling. But man, listen, a lot of things going on today, man. I kind of wanted to, before we get into the news, man, I just want to talk about my day, man. And some of the things that, you guys might not be aware of what's going on. Yeah, man, do you know, like, on TikTok, This month is slap a teacher month. You either got to slap, punch, or kick a teacher. Man, I wish a student would. Oh man. When they was announcing this in the meeting, it was kind of funny because a lot of my colleagues, they was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You know what? What's going on here? And I was like, man, please. I said, man, I'm gonna wear a shirt that say, I dare you. I dare you. You gonna eat all, you gonna mess around. This gonna be called catch an elbow day to the grill. I just thought that was hilarious. I was like, what? I said, man, these kids need to go do something else with their life. But they put their hands on me, buddy. I'm telling you, they don't get that work. I'm just I'm like, man, y'all see, gave me dad on the news, man. He just flexed this kid. Absolutely did. What's going on, my focus? All right, there we go. What to say? Let me doing that. All right, let's see. Maybe some eShop music. Right, SOC. You know what? That's one thing I have to admit that I do miss about Nintendo. It's like like the Wii and the Wii U music was like so good, man. So good. You know, you can put that on, man, and go to sleep. Doop, 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 doop. I love that music, man. SOC. Nah, I got the game yet. Also, Basil YT, you gonna get that you picking that up too. Hold on, I think I might have missed some comments saying right in my mouth. Oh, Grid said nope. Metroid, Pokemon Diamond remake, Danganronpa collection, right? Shin Megami Tensei, right? Pokemon again, January. Yeah, listen, my backlog. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I imported Ninja Gaiden, the trilogy. I imported that because that's not here in America. It's not natively here, but I did import that, so that came in the other day, and got my screen protector ready. For my Switch that came in today. My son just brought it to me right for the stream. I guess it was outside getting rained on, but luckily it was in some good packaging. Shout out to Amazon. Let's see. Norm says finally got on my Switch after months. I know it'd be like that sometime, brother. I know I just been super busy, but I played a little bit last night, and I'm planning on playing some tonight. But I'm working on a video, so I'm trying to get this video. It's a video I'm trying to get done before the end of the week, but the video has a lot of voiceover, so I finally got the intro done last night. So I'm hoping after this stream, I'm gonna knock out probably my goal is to knock out at least 5 voiceovers before I go to sleep. One thing about it, when you do voiceovers, man, you tired, and you start to sound tired, and then at that standpoint, that's when you gotta say, all right, I gotta back away. I'll finish this tomorrow. Cool Bree said, not yet. I mean, listen, check again. I swear, I just sent it. I even said I'm sorry for sending it late, but I swear I sent it. If not, let me know. I think I kept the card. Basil YT said, did you see Nintendo Prime's breakdown of the dock? Wonder if there'll be an update for the dock come release on the OLED. You know what? I started to watch that video. Matter of fact, like right before the stream. Actually, I was setting up for the stream. I was watching it, and I kind of came away from it. You know what? Oh man, as a matter of fact, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. Yeah, listen. To be honest, I'm gonna wait to Spawn Wave's breakdown. I'm gonna watch his, but I bet you Spawn Wave he'll do a little more investigation into. But I ask for it not to have that's a good question. I wonder did the yeah this gonna I probably will. I'm gonna look at this video later because I bet you know what. But I know Spawn Waves is gonna be pretty good as well. So I'm gonna definitely check out Spawn Waves. I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I couldn't watch the whole thing because it was time for me to start. But look at it, new doc, 4K ready. Listen, I wait for somebody to do the investigation. You know what? Another video that I think is really interesting to watch, man. If you have a chance, man. If you guys are not following Super Metal Dave 64, man, I love. Even though Super Metal Dave was wrong on a lot of stuff when it came to the original Switch, but I value his investigating reporting and how he breaks down certain things. And I like that. I like, you know what, I just really dig his perspective on Switch and Switch Pro, and that, that type of thing. You know, you could definitely tell that he is um a lot more technical than me when it comes to a lot of stuff, and so I value it. So I think it's another good YouTuber to watch. But I will check it out later on. So go to text. I have no clue about the social media shutting down. The privilege of not having that stuff in my life. Yeah. Um, I wish I had that privilege. The anniversary edition has a lot. It has remastered levels, a lot of physical goodies, including with the bundle. Okay. You must be talking about what's going on, CMG? So SOC, are you talking about Super Monkey Ball? And if so, how much did it cost you? CMG. Get you on the wheel. Yeah, man. Slap it's slap. Listen, the TikTok challenge for the month of October is slap, punch, or kick your teacher. It's called slap a teacher. And man, listen, I hope some of my kids watch this show right now. I hope some of them chime in. Cause I guarantee you put your hands on me, I'm gonna put my hands on you back. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen immediate, quick, fast. It's gonna be a pure reaction. You better slap and full out sprint. But I would tell you won't get far. Now, ain't no threats. I don't threat kids. I just provide you with immediate consequences for those actions. So we'll be back working on a video with the Nintendo Switch and versus Bloomberg. I listen. Oh, we're gonna talk about that too, because I put a poll out there, and so many people believe Nintendo. Man, I do not believe Nintendo. I don't. Man, this is too many different times I know within my lifetime where I swear, especially with that 3DS, the 3DS XL, they was like, oh, we do not, and they was adamant, like, nope, you know what, Reggie got out there, we do not have a new model, and I swear it was like days later, it was like, boom, here's a new model. It was just like that. So like Nintendo. Listen, I don't want to dig too deep into Nintendo, if they're telling the truth or they're not. But I will say that, man, people make decisions based upon money, and it is a money situation. Like, they stopped prices, took a hit today. I think they dropped like $3. Listen. Think about it. If you own 100 shares of Nintendo, right? And if the stock prices drop $3 per share, you just lost $300, right? But just imagine if you own 1,000 shares or 10,000 shares, or better yet, don't let it be 100,000 shares. Well, you just lost $300,000 today. So you know what? Listen, yeah, they're gonna tell you exactly, because they want you to go out there and buy this OLED, which I am going to buy. But the good thing about it is, like, a lot of people that buy it, like people that watch this show, like us right here in this community, we are a very small snitch, very small. We're a small smidget compared to everybody else. A lot of people just enjoy games, but people don't dig into the news. That's why I got so many of my friends. I gotta fix this. I think this is me. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can get over no farther. I'm sorry, good people. I'm just trying to make sure my focus is right on. Oh, all right. All right, let's try it like that. So, um, something. All right. Sorry about that, but yeah, you know what? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, back to Nintendo being very honest. I just don't. You know, they make decisions based upon money, and so this ain't the first time that Nintendo has told us some fibs, and they do that for stock investors. And I get it, but if you sitting here and you like, man, if Nintendo said they're not making it, then darn it, they're not making it. You are lying to yourself. You are misinformed. You are easily manipulated. Easily manipulated. If you believe that Nintendo is that that 4K is real. Now I tell you, listen, like I said before, I was saying earlier about Super Metal Dave 64. Now he got a good video, man, and you know what? What I like about Dave, he listens to the detail because people are like, you know, all the other YouTubers they kind of just ran with it. Oh, these patents, yeah, they filed the patent, and we know for sure that R&D is always working. But this patent that the one everyone is grabbing to was not approved. It wasn't a patent that was approved, or it's like, yeah, they filed it and they released the information, but it's still not a patent that was like, okay, this is approved. And then what I like about Dave's video, he showed like, hey man, it's better for Nintendo to go this other direction than to go the direction of the DLSS. However, you know, that's one of the things we gonna wait to see. But is there a new Switch coming? You bet your best believe a new Switch is coming. Super Metal Day 64 love this video. Yeah, man. Listen, I love to give credit where credit is due. And sorry about that. Good people, do y'all hear like a little? I got my fan on, but if you can hear it in the background, just let me know. I got a hold of my lip. You see how that water just fall out? All right. Cool Breeze says, I'm 6 months clean from Facebook. Is awesome freedom. Oh man, listen, I think Cool Breeze is crazy. Uh, Speaking upon that, man, listen, I think it is absolutely a great thing to detoxify yourself from social media. I'm telling you, there is a show on Netflix that talks about, you know, how these social media companies, the algorithms in which they use and how they're able to track some of the things that you're doing is set up to be addictive because they want you on their site all the time. If you're consuming all their information, whether they can gear certain things to you, they can advertise certain things to you. It's power in that. So yeah, I listen. I agree. You shouldn't be on social media. I don't think if I was a if I it's hard for me because you know a lot of my business is geared towards social media, like from photography to from DJing. You know that's all about exposure. And so if you're not showing people you got exposure, that you can you know you have these skills, it's hard for them to hire you, things of that nature. So it benefits me. But for the average Joe, if I was just an average Joe Blow and didn't you know I didn't have these different businesses going on, man, I wouldn't be on social media myself. I'm like, man, I got other things to do. He said, he said, and you're a tourist. I know how you guys get down. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let me tell you, I got three older brothers, and three of them, three of the four were tourists. So you know, like, man, this is not playing. I am not gonna play that radio with these kids. It is the clear reason why I love when I go off to school. I take my kids. We have weightlifting, and I'll take them out, and we will go and you know, we lift weights. And I like when there's another class in there with us, and so I tend to show out. But I do it not to show them that I'm strong, but to show them like I will get you if I have to. You can play that. Listen, I do it purposely. I make sure I lift a lot of weight too, like, and I lift it with confidence. And I'm not, but I'm looking at everybody like, mm-hmm. You want this, don't you? I know you do. Mm-hmm. But you come around here sideways, you slap me if you want to. I'm gonna mess around and hem you up. Yeah, so yeah. When if I turn to a TikTok meme, it's gonna be funny. Funny. They're like, ooh, why he do him like that? I'm like, man, listen, it took me back. SOC said, yeah, Super Monkey Ball, only $40. It comes with a collective sleeve, reversible cover, 10 collectible items in game, and a 40-page art book. Easy buy for me. Yeah, for $40, man, that's a win-win. I'm all right. I might have to think about that. Switch OLED has no 4K or Joy-Con fix. Yeah. Listen, until that class action lawsuit is cleared, we're not going to see any brand new Joy-Con. So we better just let companies like Power A, let them be the ones that kind of make that happen. But Nintendo not going to do it. They might do slight fixes to kind of make it sturdy, but nah. Hope the new dock improves the graphics like the M Classic. I doubt it. But the M Classic is nice to have. I've seen quite a few videos. I just haven't broke down yet and said, you know what, I'm gonna pay this extra $100 because I think it's $100 for the M Classic. I said, ooh, God Almighty. Cool Breeze says Switch OLED is paid off and I'm ready to pick mine up Friday at my local GameStop. Shout out to Cool Breeze, our winner from last week. He gets the bomb.com once I get to it. Nope, that card. No, that's not that one there. There it is. Oh, that was a little late. Let me hit it again for Cool Breeze. All right, Cool Breeze is the bomb.com. Guerrilla Tactics, he says, if Nintendo drops a Switch Pro in 2022, I'm flying to Japan, smacking, slapping Furukawa, then trading in the OLED to GameStop and pre-order the Pro. Elbow cough. That's funny. Listen, man, remember now, sometimes people really like it's a business, man. If you was running Nintendo, wouldn't you say, all right, I'm gonna get everybody out here to keep buying up this Switch. I know people still gonna buy the Mario Kart because a lot of people who got other things going on in their life don't really know that another Mario Kart is pretty much imminent and probably done and ready to go. But Nintendo waiting until they get over this 100 million, so when they drop it, you buy like 30 million the first day. Listen, Nintendo know what they doing, man. So absolutely, I would drop. Listen, they're really trying to make sure that they're gonna take that title away from Sony. I'm telling you, I think it's a pride thing, and I think it's a momentum thing. They want people to know that they have the number one selling console of all time, and I think Nintendo really wants that to make that to happen. So I ain't mad at them, not one bit, not one bit. Handle your business, Nintendo. But yeah, don't smack my boy Furukawa. I like him. SOC said, I am buying an OLED because I can't wait anymore. Hold on, man. Though I'll probably have to buy a Pro in another year or so. I hope y'all don't hear my dog, man. I tell you, man, my wife and this dog, man, listen, I knew this was going to happen. You know what? They get all hyped. And, they get right. Oh, I'll get a new dog. And he a new toy for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. He a new toy. Everybody excited to walk him. Everybody excited. But see, ain't nobody excited to walk him no more. Ain't nobody trying to get up and go walk him no more. But I hate it for my son because my son be like, he kind of tasked with going to walk him. And you know what? But my wife ain't walking him, but she brought the dumb dog home. She did. What do you do, man? I am just the dad. Gorilla Tech said, I'm buying the OLED because I am hyped. I'm a hype beast. You got this. Listen, I am a console whore. That's my issue. Hey, I'm about to call my daughter on stream. I got to. Because this dog is not gonna be barking while I'm on stream. Hold on, good people. I'm sorry. Please, please accept my apologies in advance. But this dog is barking like crazy. And I know he's barking like crazy because they put him in the cage. Well, also not a nobody don't want to answer the phone. Now see, now I'd be wrong if I wouldn't just cut their phones off, right? If I just told AT&T, hey, shut it down. They don't need no phone because they want to answer my calls. Well, they know it's calling. Hold on, good people. I gotta cut this value up. Hold on one second. My bad, good people. I just had to just tell my son, like, hey, y'all gotta figure it out. My bad. Let's get back to what y'all came to talk about. More of this OLED glorious. Um, I am buying an OLED because I'm like I said before, I'm just a new hardware whore. I hate to say it like that, but I am. Every time there's a new piece of hardware, no matter if it's the Super Mario Game and Watch, and I paid off my Zelda Game and Watch. People, y'all forget that's coming in November. But I mean, that's just who I am, man. I can't deny it. I got sick of the endless finger scroll on Facebook. Are you just like this cool breed? Like, I am. Listen, the one thing I think I am addicted to on social media, I ain't gonna lie, it's like street fights. I listen, something about some of them fights, I'd be like, ooh. And I don't know, that's the violent side of me. Maybe I grew up fighting. If you didn't know, your boy gave me that group in Detroit, man. I was a fighter, man. I mean, listen. This new generation, they try to kill you. They can't deal with getting their tail whooped. But when I was a kid, man, listen, I didn't start fights, but I sure enough ended them. If you brought them my direction, I was the guy that I put an end to fights. I didn't go pick around nobody. I wasn't no bully. I was always the nice guy. But once you felt like you thought I was soft, then I just made you feel like you was a loser because I just end up giving you your teeth to you. CMG said, I'm a Pisces. We cool with you guys. They better not sleep on us either. Hey, I agree. I agree. All right, chat slash under on Gaming Dad having a black guy next Monday. Man, please. If I had a black eye, this is what you're gonna see. Uh, Gaming Dad on Twitter. Change of plans. No video this week. Nah, man. Listen, let me tell you something. Real talk, girl tactics. I'm undefeated, man. Let me tell you something about. Let me tell you one thing about my classroom. In my classroom, if a kid is aggressive to another student, aggressive to a teacher, or they're trying to harm themselves, I have the absolute right to restrain them. And I'm very, very good at what I do. Very good. Very good. In my whole, I've worked, before teaching, I worked in the Department of Juvenile Corrections. And so within this, say, maybe like, and I've worked youth homes probably for the better part of 20 years. Man, I am undefeated. I've only had in my whole lifetime two kids that get clean hits on me. And then both of them was my fault. Both of them was my fault because I underestimated. I didn't think that kid was going to react, and they reacted. They fight or flight kicked in, and one punched me. The other girl a girl hit me on top of my head, but she was on the top bunk, and I was trying to be nice to her. I was like, "Oh, come on down. You know what? We just need you to go in this room because you tripping, and these girls gonna beat you up. Don't do that." And so as I came closer to try to get her down, she punched me right on top of my head. You know what I did next? Man, I snatched that girl off that top bunk and slammed her on the floor. Boom! And the other girls came in and beat her up. And then I walked her to the cell. I said, I told you. If you just came with me, I could have protected you, but you put your hands on me. And she was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I bet you are. I'll be sorry too after about 4 or 5 licks to the head. That's funny, but not funny. That's right, good people. Listen, shout out to Quake311. He said, "Hey, are you on Nintendo's Dads this Thursday or next? It's next Thursday. It is the Thursday after the Switch OLED, where we're going to talk about our experience with the OLED, what games we're playing, just that, all the news from that upcoming week is going to be crazy. That's right. Next Thursday, I'll be on the Nintendo Dads podcast. I should have had a flyer up. God almighty, man. See, that's what happens when you have too many things going on. Quake, what time does they usually broadcast? I know it's on Thursday. I just got the time. I know it's a crazy time on the East. I think it's it might be like 8 o'clock their time, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I can't remember off the top of my head. I hope they chime. I hope one of the brothers chime in tonight. I'm going back to this statement though. He said, "Taking bets now. I got 5 on his dean, laying 5 fingers into the face." Bad, please. Kubrick says, "Can't hear your dog." All right, good. Hey, Geeky, what's going on with you? Let me get Geeky on the wheel. Let's see. All right, got your Geeky check. Let's see. Bazawati said Nintendo Prime said that HDMI cable is 2.0 and not 1.4. Okay, so listen, that alone is huge. So I would think, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if Nintendo released a Switch Pro without a dock. It would not surprise me. Just to cut down on money. Just to say, hey, we got a Pro. You can charge a certain way, but if you want to connect it to your TV, you got to buy that dock separately. Or if you got a dock already, you good. Oh man, that's crazy. I really want my OLED now just to see if the TV quality improves. MK1, MK2. Oh, okay, yeah. Listen, I agree, man. I think yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, and you know what? You haven't seen a lot of YouTubers kind of show you, hey, I'm streaming off my OLED. I haven't seen that. Have y'all seen? Has anybody else seen any video to say they kind of showcase hey, this what it looks like streaming off? Is it a big deal or is it something somebody said earlier? I think it might have been Basil. I think it might be you, Basil, telling some, hey, you know what? Nintendo might be doing an update. They might do an update, and you know what? You might just all of a sudden get these kind of features. I don't know. Maybe that update comes when they release the Nintendo Online, because when Nintendo Online comes, it's going to be an update. I don't know. A lot of things to look forward to in the next couple of days. So the Nintendo Lite had a small indie showcase, nothing major shown. Okay. All right. I would say for it, man. I'll tell you one thing. One indie game that I'm definitely wish would just come on out is Silk Song, man. Silk Song is, you know what? I don't know what's going on with that, but man, I'm really would like to see that come sooner than later. All right, let's see. All right, I think I got through all of the comments. I like to get all through all the comments before we dig into tonight's show. Let's see what we got. On this wheel. All right, we got the wheel going on here. I'm gonna cut this off. That was there from last week. And you know what, man? We only got 8 people. Listen, don't forget, good people. Listen, since we only got a little bit of people here, if you don't see your name on the side, let me know. But you know what? I got something special going on tonight. Special. I'm gonna have trivia, and so I got a trivia question coming up. And the first person to get who that person is and which game are they known for will get an extra slot on the wheel tonight. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We're doing trivia. And you know what? We will probably do it a little bit later. We're not going to do it right this very second, but I know I'll let you know it's coming. Just hold me to it. Don't let me forget, because I will forget. I'm old. Basil YT says, I have not seen people doing any doc footage. Yeah, right. I was like, that's to me was is kind of important. If I want to see how this doc experience is, and maybe they had doc experience. They was like, I ain't no big deal, and it might not be no big deal right now, but I bet money you pay attention. We're going to really pay attention to these updates coming out and figure it out. Like, what are they really doing? So, all right. Let's see. All right, so we got 5 people in the chat. Hey, let's make sure we jump out and at least we have 5 likes. I would love 8 because 8 people on the board, but you know what? Sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. But I would love for that to happen. All right. A lot of good things to talk about. I guess before we really dig into it, hey, tomorrow is the Smash Direct. You see, I don't know, y'all paid attention. Your boy Sakurai kind of put a little tweet out there, and that tweet was like, it kind of make you feel like he was kind of like let you know, don't get too hype and be sending him mad hate mail, because this is the last Smash character, and that Smash character might not be the Smash character you want. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's obvious, but you know what? Man, listen, my heart says I really, really like Master Chief. I think this is a perfect opportunity. Halo coming. I mean, to me, should be it. But, I don't know. Am I hyped for it? I think I'm more curious than hyped. But to me, if Nintendo wanted to set the world on fire, they would start it off with Solid Snake. Remember that first Smash trailer, and when Snake was like, we are all here. And they dropped 3 instead of 1. And they just dropped 3. They give you Crash, they give you Master Chief, and they give you Sora from Kingdom Hearts. And they give maybe they give you the Steve wants the Astro Train. Listen, to me, I don't know why they should have like been on there as extras somewhere somehow a long time ago. And man, Astro Chain, don't slip, man. Don't, if you catch that game on sale, hey, you have yourself a great time right there. All right, so Steve is speaking. If y'all have not seen, maybe I'll pull it up. Solid Snakes. They had a tweet. Nintendo put out the tweet on the France account, and it pretty much had Solid Snake chasing Samus, but chasing Zero Suit Samus. Zero Suit. That body, it was all clinging together. But Snake on her tail, like it was sexual because people made it sexual. But I mean, I don't know. To me, if you're the artist, man, no, this is I don't know. I'm not gonna say yes or no. It wasn't that sexual to me, but people, said they, people funny. Let me see if I can pull my news up. Oh, there we go. Let's see if I got it. Hold on, good people. I listen. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. What's that? Smash. Maybe I'm hitting the wrong button. Solid Snake. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Oh, come on, come on. They gotta show the picture. Oh, what? Is that they're not gonna show it? No, we need to go back. Dang, I thought I swear I had it. All right, well, listen, I'll try to find it. But yeah, it wasn't that bad of a tweet though. I thought I saved that story. I hate that. Let's see. I don't know, good people. Listen. I saw it earlier. Maybe I saw it on Twitter. It is what it is. Uh, honestly, it's going to be Kratos and the internet record announcement. Places All Star versus Smash crossover announcement. You think it's oh yeah, it is. Shout out this man. Shout out to Steve. Yeah. All right. So this is the picture that we talked about earlier. All right. So I don't think it's that bad or sexual, but you know, people see our booty tooted up in the air, and they see Snake on the chase. Man, people listen and listen. Nintendo deletes horny tweets. I'm sorry, man. That's funny. That is absolutely funny. He said that's hella sexual. Man, no, that's not, man. He just on the chase. You know, maybe they do some undercover work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But listen, but that's not bad. That's not bad from what they make it seem to me. Basil Wati said Killer Instinct characters will be in Smash. Hmm. Killer Instinct. I don't know about that one. I don't know. Even though, I mean, I don't know about that one. If Killer Instinct make it, then Mortal Kombat should be there. Oh man, Cool Breeze says if Master Chief comes to Smash and then they don't drop Halo home switch, I'm gonna roll to Tokyo and pencil. Everybody in the slapping mood picks out the hell out of the chain for some booty. Come on, that girl. Snake is coming for those cheeks. Hey man, this is a children's show. You should better watch this. Oh man, that is absolutely crazy. I tell you, boy, oh boy. Geeky, I'm sorry. I forget we got a whole lady on the show. I'm sorry, Geeky. Oh, but that's funny though. He said, oh, Snake is coming for them cheeks, boy. Oh boy, I tell you, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all too funny, man. Too funny. Yeah. So, do I think it's a big thing? No, but you know, I can see how people was like, you know, best believe it's gonna be some form of porn based upon this picture. They're gonna do something. That's crazy. That is a bad part about it is from France too. Nintendo France really branching out of the family friendly roots of Nintendo. Hey, listen, okay. Who's excited about the Nickelodeon All Stars? Matter of fact, listen, Steve M, man, great transition. Let me get back into these stories, man, because let's talk about that, man. I am excited. Let me tell you why I'm excited. I'm excited because I am a humongous fan of Avatar. Love Avatar. Love, 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 love. Love the cartoons. And to be able to play as the different avatars is dope. I purchased I hate the physical copy. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. The physical copy comes out on Friday. So I've went here, I pre-ordered the physical copy. Um but yeah, I'm excited. This is I think if it plays well, this is going to be a hit because they got some characters on there, man, that's you can't tell me you don't want to play as the Ninja Turtles. Can't tell me, listen, playing as Michael and cause they all going to be up there eventually. They got a lot of people they can bring. Shoot, they can bring Master Chief over here. That would be dope though. But you know what? Listen, I think you know what this is gonna be. It's gonna be legit if it plays well. If it plays well. Now, I watched like IGN's video of Toph. Toph is one of the characters. She's the blind girl off of Avatar. They had her move set, and it looked okay. You know what I said? I was like, the animation still looked a little stiff. You know, but I listen, man. I agree with you on this, Steve. And man, I'm excited, and I think if it plays well, man, it to me it just has to play as well as like Brawlhalla. I think if it plays better than Brawlhalla, it's gonna get some legs. I'm telling you, Smash is gonna be Smash, but you know what? Smash is like you know what? People that's gonna play Smash, they're gonna play Smash forever. But this is gonna be definitely a nice alternative, and it's probably gonna get a lot of traction, a lot of views, especially that first month, or until the next big game drops. It's not a big thing. Are you talking about the booty? Man, y'all crazy. It is my duty to please that booty. All right. All right, no more. You know that listen, that was a Shaft reference. I got that from Shaft. That ain't gaming dad being creepy. Oh man. Yeah, they listen, okay. I would say this and I would stop. They got Snake looking like R. Kelly. Oh man, I'm sorry, Kales. I'm sorry. Even though man, I'm still gonna play your music though. Your music, listen, I can't do nothing what you do personally, man. But I'm still playing R. Kelly's music. Sorry, it is what it is. Too many classics. Too too much of my childhood. What's going on, Quincy? What's going on with you, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Let me get you on this wheel real quick. Hey, Quincy, do me a favor, man. Hit that like button, my brother. Let me go ahead and get you on the wheel. Quincy, we doing a little trivia later on today, and you know what? The great thing about it, it's only 9 people on the wheel tonight. Right now, it's only 9 people, and so there's a very good chance you might be this winner tonight of the $10 eShop card. But we're doing some trivia, and so later on we're gonna do this trivia. If the first person to put in the chat the correct answer will get an extra spot on the wheel tonight. So this is a good day. Yeah. So All Stars comes out tomorrow. I think you get it tomorrow digitally. You get a physical copy. Comes out on Friday, same day as the Switch. So yeah, man. So matter of fact, it's another. Something else comes out tomorrow too. Alan Wake comes out tomorrow. Yeah, but you know what? It comes out tomorrow, but I'm not picking that bad boy up until. It don't even matter. Like I might pick it up on Wednesday, but I'll probably wait and pick it up on Friday. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm over here yarning and stuff. I had a good nap. All right. Anybody else excited about All Star Brawl? I know I am. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's probably Now, listen, this is a great question for the chat, and I want y'all to kind of think about that, and randomly put your responses into the chat. But I would like you all to respond. What should be the first video I should record off my Switch OLED? Cause I'm gonna record. I'm recording videos. I have me a really, really, really good camera with a really, really good lens, and I did some recording of the old Switch last night, and the footage came out really well. So I think these videos that I'm going to be producing are going to be really good. So what should be the first game I should play off of on my Switch OLED to kind of really showcase the vibrancy of the colors and the richness of the blacks? Think about that. Drop your response in the chat if you don't mind, please. Gorilla Tactic says Smash is about to get replaced by Nickelodeon All Stars, and Mario Kart is about to get replaced by nobody replaces Smash. But you know what? I still think I still think that All Stars has a chance just because of the power of their characters. People underestimate, but SpongeBob carries some power, man. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles carry some power, and Avatar is no slouch. So, of course, it's not Nintendo, but it is what it is. He said, I caved and got myself Hades. Oh, man, but you got your good game, man. Hades is good, man. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I played that on the plane ride. I haven't played it since I flew last, but when I flew from I flew back to Detroit, I played Hades the whole time on the plane, man. I just had such a good time, man. Like, I kind of like, dang, I was kind of mad that we kind of landed, because you know how you play some games, you get a groove going, and you just don't want to bounce off that groove. Gorilla Tactic says Astro Chain. Okay, all right, Astro. Listen, all right, Astro Chain. Steve M said Luigi's Magic 3 should look great. You know what? Steve, man, you might. Yeah, I think both y'all choices, man, are like good, man. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion, man, might just be like super duper colorful. It probably just yeah, that's a beautiful. Listen, low key, man, Luigi's Mansion is a beautiful game. Beautiful. All right, so let's get into these my stories. All right, let's look at here. Speaking of games, hey, don't forget, man, the Crisis Remastered trilogy launches on the Switch on the 15th. Now, what kind of like made me kind of but the physical versions, you can, like, right now you can go into GameStop and you can buy Crisis Remastered, the first one. You can buy it right now at GameStop. You can get a cartridge for it. However, to get Crisis 2 and 3, they don't have SKUs for those yet. So it's not a physical version for those. So you might have to buy those digitally first. Because I'm definitely going to pick up Crisis 3 look really, really good. I don't know if y'all seen the Digital Foundry footage, but Crisis 3 looks excellent on the Switch. Cool Breeze says Link's Awakening is beautiful colors. I also like to see if the OLED does anything with that Vaseline filter over the Witcher 3. You know what? Yeah, I doubt it too. Well, you know what I'm telling you about? I'm not going to doubt it. But yeah, the Witcher 3 is, that's like, I got a list of games, man, that I'm going to play and show footage of. I'm just going to be, so don't be mad at me, good people, but I'm going to be cranking these bad boys out. I'm going to try to release a video or 2 videos a day. It's gonna be like that for probably between now and, like, I have so many games that it's going to be between now and Christmas. I'll probably be just pumping them out because those kind of videos are kind of easier to make. It don't take me a whole lot of time. But some of these other videos I'm doing, man, it takes time. It's like, I gotta really put some rad work in. Yeah, 20%. It's damn Nickelodeon All Star Brawl is $31.99. Yep. If you buy it in store, it's $40, but you buy it on the eShop, you get it for $8 off. I saw that yesterday. Yes, help Witcher. Yeah, but man, Witcher was good on the Switch. I enjoyed my time with the Witcher on the Switch. I won't get my OLED to sometime between the 12th and the 14th, thanks to Amazon. So I'll be watching. Appreciate you. Damn, 12th to 14th. Oh yes, I'd be mad. That's why. That's probably one of the number one reasons why I've never pre-ordered anything from Amazon. Because sometimes it's a win, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes you get that stuff early. Sometimes, they don't have it. It's like, and then all they can do is say, "Well, I'm sorry." So I never put all my eggs in the same basket dealing with Amazon. I always say, you know what? If I got to pre-order it, I'll pre-order it. But I'm trying to find somewhere else to get it so I can go in and grab it. I'm telling you, man, support your local GameStop, man. Cause y'all gonna tell you if GameStop goes away, you're gonna miss it. You're like, man, if Best Buy stops selling video games, you're gonna miss it. I think we always gonna need some place to be able to go in and grab us a system and go in and grab us a physical cartridge. Without that, man, it's gonna be rough. But October 15th, so that's like a week from the OLED. So not this Friday. This Friday is OLED. Next Friday is Crisis Trilogy. The first Crisis Remastered. You can get that right now. Super fun. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it highly if you got it. All right, back up out of there. What? What's going on with my internet? All right, hold on, good people. I don't know what's going on. I should be able to have. All right, well, let me come up out of here for a minute. Let's see if something else. Go to settings. All right. That's what happens when you deal with technology. But I'm gonna come out of here for a hot second. Good people. Come back to my screen. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Sorry about that. Boom, 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 boom. Now, listen, my internet all day today has been tripping. I mean, all day. It don't matter what it was, no matter what was going on. It's been tripping. All right, maybe that'll work. All right, let's go back. Gaming Dad back in effect. Man, listen, I wanted to talk about this here, man, because this is where I'm not a big guy. I don't like to rant, but man, EA, man, what are you doing, man? I just want to meet. I want to meet the 20 people that's gonna go out and buy this catastrophe. FIFA 2020. Uh, I think IGN gave it like a 2. Because it's the same game with this. This an update. It's move the teams around and put the player. I mean, it's terrible. It's a terrible experience, and this is what happens when you don't have competition. Let what's the name of that place? 2K. Let 2K make a soccer game. Start making soccer games. You know what? They would never have done this. They would have never have done this. You know what? If 2K would have put a football game on the Switch by now. This is the reason why, man, I hate when, companies, and especially a sports company, they make these exclusive deals with these companies like EA, man, and you know what? They get so lazy. They're like, well, you know what? We're gonna charge you $40 for about maybe a day's work. That probably the program and put all the teams and switch all the players around. It was probably a 2-man team. They were able to do that with no problem, and they still charging $40 for this game. And that to me is like, man, it's like a slap in the face as a consumer. It's like, man, why would they do that? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Cool Breeze Jr. is back in the scene. What's going on, man? Welcome back, my brother. It's been a minute. Let me get you on this wheel real quick because I'll forget. Cool Breeze Jr., listen, you know what you got to do, man. You got to hit that like button for your brother. Cool Breeze Jr. on the scene. We got 10 people on the wheel. Don't worry, later on today, we're going to be doing some trivia. And the first person to get it right, you got to get who the person is, and you have to get what game are they known for. That's going to be the trivia. I'm going to show the guy. I'm going to show the person's picture. It's a guy. I will tell you that right now. It's a guy. I will tell you another clue that he is part of one of the most successful games of all time. He's a voice actor. So you got to tell me what series is he involved in? And who is he? SOC said, man, I'm so ready. I tell you. Brazawati said, I bought FIFA 22, only done it as I wanted on a cart to make space on my memory card. All right, listen, I could dig that. That's something I would have done too. He said Mario. Right. Let's right. Let it go to Switch, and you'll probably have to trash soccer games. You had 2 trash soccer games on the Switch. Man, Gorilla Tactics, man, you too funny, man. Nintendo needs to stop playing. Steven, man, we've been saying this for a minute. They need to stop playing and redo Mario Striker. To me, that's one game off the GameCube that should, without a doubt, be here. I'm going back in the chat, so I like to get everybody's comments. So, dog hurt. You talking smack about it. So the dog is going for that internet again. That's funny. Man, Gorilla Tactics, you are really entertaining, man. So I'm not trying to get harassed for any extended warranty and Mario carrying case, but by a hipster with lip piercing, thus go to Amazon. First game I'm testing on my Switch is Dead by Daylight. Yeah, Dead by Daylight or like any of those games, Friday the 13th. You know what, man? That's a good one, Basil YT, man. I've never seen you stream Friday the 13th. I used to love to watch those videos of Friday the 13th. I just thought it was just too funny to watch Jason around there punishing people. Man, but yeah, man. So I won't go too hard on FIFA, man. But you know what? Competition is good, man. Competition is good. To be honest, you know, like I love my Switch, but if PlayStation jumped in the ring with another Vita, I would be excited because competition is good. Competition is better for the consumer. You know, you're forced to. You know, these companies are forced to put their best foot forward, not stuff like this here. To me, if I am FIFA and I'm in control of the FIFA brand, I'm upset because I know so many. You got over 90 million people that own a Switch. It's probably going to be close to 9. Before the next report, I bet you money it's probably closer to 95 million. 9. Think about would the next one be? It's every quarter, so let's say I guess we probably won't get the next one until. That's a good question. I can look that up. The next report from Nintendo. I think it might be like November. either way, the next report we're gonna be probably closer to 95 million. If the next report is not until December 31st, then this one you will find out we have eclipsed the 100 million mark. But think about it, you get 100 million customers that could probably buy your game, and you put out a product that is pretty much rehashed, nothing's new to it. So I'm gonna get off of my FIFA bandwagon, man, because I don't want to spend too much time. I spent too much time already, but I just think that is crazy. Anybody else picking up Alan Wake? If listen, one of the reasons why I've kept my PS3 really for 2 games. No, 3. It's 3 games. Is 3. I have 3 games that I've kept my PS3 and I still have it hooked up to this day. Is Alan Wake, The Last of Us Part 1, and Metal Gear Solid 4. A lot of people don't talk about Metal Gear Solid 4, but that's probably my favorite Metal Gear. Like 1 was good, 2 was great. I never did finish Snake Eater, which I probably should have. But 4 was like, to me, like, man, 4 was dope. So Alan Wake remaster, I was really excited to see this get remastered. I really would like to see how the graphics, how it turns out. Oh, my bad. Sorry, good people. But it's been some of the reviews have been pretty positive. So one thing I do like that is 4K 60 frames per second. I think it's gonna be a beautiful game. I'm picking it up on my Xbox Series X. So it's gonna be. I probably would stream Alan Wake. When? I don't know. I need to slow down, but at this one time is slowing down. Things are starting to pick back up. It's hard on. Gorilla Tactics talk about that soccer games that better than doesn't necessarily mean good though. Friday the 13th is awful now. It's not. Oh yeah, I bet you y'all. You know, I agree. I bet you it is, and not no dedicated service. Oh, that's too bad. There doesn't seem to be much difference between the PC version and the remake of Alan Wake. If you're on console, this is probably a reason to get it, but on PC, it's pointless. Wish they would have made a sequel to Alan Wake. Yeah, I agree. Rather than a remake. The remake is a money grab. You know, like the game was already a beautiful game, and probably to bring it up to standards probably wasn't that much of an investment. And they're probably gonna make their money back from Alan Wake and put that into a second one. So a second one is coming, man. Can't see you playing Alan Wake. You not play Resident Evil Village yet. I sure haven't, man. I don't know why. My allergies, I think it's this fan. This fan on me has caused my allergies to go crazy, and I ain't taking no allergy pill today. That's one thing about living down in the South. Excuse me. Sorry about it. One thing about living in the South compared to living up north, like I had allergy issues up north, but not to a point where I needed to take an allergy pill. At the summer come, I would have grass allergies, get a little congested. That was it. But down here, man, I always got issues. I'm sorry about that. I got to get another chair, but at least I rigged it enough so I can at least leave my arm there. So I'm putting that on my Christmas list. All right, so Alan Wake, man, that's funny, but I like Alan Wake. Alan Wake was good. Good story. This was huge. And I don't know if anybody really paid attention to this. I mean, how Apple is just like this slowly sleeping giant, man. Apple profited more from games in 2019 more than Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo combined. Now, you can't name me one. I listen. This is real. Name me one classic mobile game that's on Apple. I want you to think about it. Name me one classic game on Apple. And that's hard, man, because it's not. It's not too many games like, oh man, I just gotta play on Apple. It's not one. It's not one. It's some games on there that's a little entertaining that I can dig into, but nothing like the only game that I play on the mobile. I might play the Mario Kart Tour every now and then if I'm in line somewhere, and that's all I had. I played Pokemon Go when it was hot when it first dropped. Um, I play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I do. I play that on my iPad. Please forgive me for the coughing, man. But it just started. You can feel like it's starting to coagulate in my chest. I don't like that. But that's it though. So there's really, to me, like, okay, Grillis said he plays Final Fantasy VII, but how often do you do that? Oh my goodness. Steve, you the man, Steve. Let me tell you why you the man. You the man for the last thing on the statement. He said, I still got my Xbox 360 for Alan Wake, and DJ Hero was the truth. I love DJ Hero. Being a DJ myself, I love DJ Hero. Love DJ Hero. Oh my goodness. And you know what? Once again, a classic game that I probably should start looking for. You know what? Because I still have my 360. To this day, I still have my 360. And DJ, I forget. I should have never. I hate that. I gave it away. I think my nephew was going off to college or something, and I let him have it. DJ Hero, man, that brought back memories. But like, going back to the story here, like, you know what? Hey, Microsoft, man. I mean, if it's like, okay, so check this out. A news report from the Wall Street Journal has revealed figures that were part of Apple's antitrust trial, confirming that the App Store generated $8.5 billion. However, Apple did contest this, suggesting that the figure was somewhat overblown. How far? A billion? All right, well, maybe listen, we won't say 8.5 million, but let's say Apple made 7.5 billion in video games in 2019. In 1 year, to make 7.5 billion off of video games, and nobody in the chat can really tell me a classic game that they just gotta play on their iOS device. So that tells you, like, you know what? People play games, but everybody ain't gamers. They're not. Everybody not gamers, man. There's no way. No, I mean, oh man, no way. That is, to me, I saw this article, man. I was like, I gotta talk about it tonight because it just shows you that if Apple ever got serious, I want y'all to catch that. If Apple ever said, all right, we're done playing with you guys, boom, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. And you know what? One thing I would tell you, if you're not in the Apple ecosystem, and what I really like about the Apple ecosystem is that they really got their own kind of switch already. Because you can start a game, you can play a game on your phone, and then if that game is on Apple Arcade, and you can have it on your Apple TV, and your experience is seamless between the two. You can just start right off where you left off, right there on your Apple TV, like you never left. They have the infrastructure. And I believe that they're like a sleeping. They like this beast. It's like they're in a position. I tell you that if they wanted to come on and become a big dog in the game, they could. And you know what, Apple Arcade, you know what, it's just a tab. You know what, like I pay for Apple Arcade because I got the little all in one service. And with that all in one service, I mean, I use the other things more than the Apple Arcade, but I got it. So if I wanted to check out some games, I could. But it's crazy. What's going on, Chris in the building, representing Twitch in the building? Let me get you on the board, my brother. Griff Mendez, aka Christopher Mendez. Let me get you on here. You represent off YouTube as well. You guys can do the same thing if you want to get yourself an extra opportunity to win this eShout card. But don't worry, I'm giving out a free extra spot tonight for trivia. And I think it's going to be dope. I found this out earlier. They caught me off guard. And I was like, man, that is crazy. I said, I'm doing that for the channel. So, all right, Chris is on there. Let me get back to the story. And Chris says, what up? What up? I'm late. Brother, you're never late. You're always on time. Long as you chime in, my brother. So I'm watching from the beginning. Salute, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. So, yeah, this is crazy. So this is there's something to think about. Something I'll tell you we probably as gamers need to pay attention to. If if Apple really wants to get serious, they could be a huge player because they have an infrastructure that if they can put their Apple TV products onto multiple devices, think about it like this here. They already got it. You know, you're going to get your Apple Arcade on your iPads. You can get it on your Apple TV. You know what? In a minute, they're getting ready to put it onto your Mac. So no matter where you at, if you want to play your game, you got access. They're already allowing PlayStation and Xbox controllers to work on their system. So, you know, you still have great experience with controllers. They're not even making any controllers, but they could make a controller. That is, I'm telling you, if you don't own Apple stock, you're missing out. I'm going to say that. I would tell you if a great investment is to buy Apple stocks because they're always future thinking. And you know what? If you pay attention and you really look back at them, they are doing things the right way to set themselves up for 10 to 20 years from now. And that's a great business model. That means that because they know how to make money. They know how to give you enough of an improvement on your next iPhone to make you say, dang, you know what? I might have to get that. Their presentation and their levels of persuasion is really good. So the minute they, you know what, they say, I don't got nothing else to do, let me go ahead and jump into the video game scene hard. They got billions of customers that got their devices. Shoot, I got an iPad. All my kids got iPads. Crazy. Nah, no one outside of maybe CMG is serious about playing Apple Arcade versus a Madden. Oh, get off my boy CMG. That is so funny though. Oh my goodness. Get off my boy. Groove Me Sly Cooper collection on the Switch was a blast on the Vita. Listen, what Cool Breeze, man. I salute you because see, Cool Breeze. If you had a Vita, if you had the original OLED Vita, the decision to get an OLED Switch was like a no-brainer because I seen how it was when OLED came to the Vita when that first came out, and it was beautiful. Like that to play Uncharted on the Vita was beautiful. Beautiful. If Sony really wanted to make money, if Sony really wanted to say, all right, we about the money making business. We're gonna put Uncharted 1 on the Switch. That's it. We're gonna put Uncharted 1 on the Switch. If you want to play the rest of them, you come to PlayStation. Okay, real talk. Who in here would not replay Uncharted 1 on your Switch? It is one of the reasons why getting a Steam Deck is a no-brainer to me, because it's certain games that I get to play on the go that I always wanted to play on the go. I always wanted to play in handheld mode. Uncharted is one of them games. I'm gonna love replaying Uncharted on my Steam Deck. Shout out to the Steam Deck. Those reviews are gonna be crazy. Especially, I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad that I'm not glad that I'm getting a Steam Deck a little bit later, because I get the opportunity to see, some of the flaws from other people. So I will be a consumer of information. I would have loved to be a person that got it early and really kind of showcase some of the things that you can do with this system. But I wasn't privy. But it is what it is. So one game that I'm interested in testing is Apex Legends on my OLED. Will improve the visuals. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. How that I think it will, just because of the how you'll have more real estate to kind of look at. He said, "All love, CMG." Oh man, that was so funny. Golly, that was so funny. That was funny, golly. Uncharted Vita was my first Vita game. I loved it. Yep. The Vita had if I looked at my top 5 favorite video games on the Vita, it was without a doubt Uncharted, Resistance, Unit 13. Oh, what's that one game? Godly. I hate it. I hate when I mistitle. Like, it's on the top of my head. What was the game with Gravity Rush? There it is. Gravity Rush. Super good. I think that's about it. That may be my top 4. Them games right there, man. Like Gravity Rush right now, like you can go back and you can search for Gravity Rush, but the original Gravity Rush will cost you more to buy now today than Gravity Rush 2. The original Gravity Rush, that was a great game, great concept. Like they did a phenomenal job, but they don't make oh my goodness, Little Big Planet. I forgot about Little Big Planet, man. Another great game, man. Killzone. God, I forgot about Killzone. Yeah, I don't know why Killzone was one of my favorite, probably my favorite online shooter on the. I like Unit 13. Unit 13 just gave you that soul calm feel. You listen. It was just you had to really strategize on Unit 13. You couldn't go in there guns blazing. You die quick. You had to go in there and kill. It kind of reminds, like, has anybody played Deathloop yet? I have not played it yet. I plan on maybe buying it for Christmas, because I ain't gonna have time to play it no other time. It kind of reminds me of that. All right. SOC said, I just realized it's been 2 years since I first found GD. Oh man, I first subbed in the Switch Lite early vid, and time flew by, man. Yeah, right. Think about it. The Lite came out 2 years ago, 2019. Dang, man, that's crazy, right? I love playing EDF 2000 on my Vita. Yeah, man. Vita, man, listen, I'll tell you, history is not going to be too kind to Sony when it comes to the Vita. I think that was a very dumb move for them to back away in the manner they did. Konami competition takes any devs with revival. It's IP classic. All right, so if you don't know anything about the story, let me try to give it to you in the slide. Oh man, I'm sorry, I got thrown off. That's how sometimes you see these comments and you want to respond to them real quick. I'm like saying squirrel. But Gorilla Tactics, right? Wipeout was really good on the Vita. Wipeout was really good on Vita. He said, "Man, I miss my Vita." That's right. It's not the OLED Vita. It's like the 2000 Vita. But I still gets it in every now and then. But you know what? One game off the Vita that I think no one's talked about that I wish came to the Switch. It's Marvel versus Capcom. Marvel versus Capcom on the Vita was good, man. Golly, it was good. Good. Konami competition. And so back to the story. Real quick, let me tell you about the story. And I love RGT85, man. He one of my favorites only because, man, he's a realist. I can value those who just keep it 100 with you all the time, no matter, no cut, no chaser. This is who I am. Either you like me or you don't. And I just said, and I'm that type of guy. I respect that because I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna get an honest, unsugarcoated opinion from that person, right? So, and I agree. When I first saw the story, I aligned exactly what RGT was saying. So Capcom is saying, hey, to these people, listen, hey, come take our classic IPs and make games for them. All right. And if we like your game, we'll publish it. And we'll give you $275,000. Which to the average cat, you know what? If we were just sitting in our living room and we like to program and make games, $275,000 seems like a lot of money. But in retrospect, when you're making a video game, that's nothing. Right? So they want these indie developers to jump in and make classic games, and if they like them, this is what they're gonna do. And they'll fund and publish the game, blah blah blah. It's a business from a business standpoint, it's genius for Konami to do this. However, you could tell that Konami really don't know what they're doing. So, to me, as a consumer of their products, as consumer, the holders of some of these great IPs, you're like, man, can I really trust you to go out and do these remakes if you really can't come up with nothing new? That you really haven't done anything since Kojima left your environment? You was hot only because Kojima made you hot. So I like this, but then I don't like this because, like, hey man, why can't you make your own game? So I mean, yeah, it might get somebody an opportunity to blessing to get out there, but I don't think $275,000 USD is going to, change the game. Apart from the amount of hours they're gonna put in to try to create something like this here, I don't see how this is gonna, it could we might get the next greatest game from this adventure, but it really shows like, hey, Konami don't really know what's going on. Gorilla Tactics says, I still own 2 OLED Vitas and a Vita T. Oh my goodness, man. I really tried to get a Vita TV recently, like within the last year, especially during the pandemic. I was really searching for a Vita TV, man, and it was just too crazy expensive. I was like, dang, come on, man. I really wanted one because, I felt like, hey, I can start to stream some of them games. Because, no one had an idea on how long this pandemic is going to have this kind of crippling effect on everybody. But so I salute you for getting a Vita TV. I'm kind of mad I didn't buy one back when it was like $50. I tell you. So I used to love party chat between PS4 and the Vita. Yeah, I used to like. You know what? The Vita and the PlayStation they just did things right, man. I just wish like I would love to see like Digital Foundry break it down to what really killed the Vita. of course, it was the memory. The memory killed Vita. If the memory on the Vita was like what we're dealing with on the Switch, you can get yourself a 1 terabyte card for $100. But I remember 32 gigabytes of memory on the Vita was like $150. So I think that memory situation killed them. They should have never went that direction with the memory. That probably killed the Vita more than anything else. Facts. Don't you wish Switch had party chat? Instead, we're getting paid DLC for the light screen service. Yeah, man. We listen. Party chat will be like, to me, this should be a no brainer. I don't understand the reasonings for not having that. Yeah, I don't understand that. PlayStation Battle Royale was an awesome PS. It was also on the PSV. Yeah, agreed. You know what? It still wasn't good as Smash, but it was still good. Like definitely underrated. Nintendo just said they don't have a Switch successor because OLED is coming. Smart money is is that they have a Super Switch coming in 2023, and Bloomberg is on. Yeah, listen, we talked about that a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna touch base on it real quick. I agree, Chris. You know what? This was a money play. To me, they should have never responded. But as soon as they responded, it made them look guilty. As soon as Nintendo had a statement prepared, as soon as that thing dropped, they put themselves in a bad situation. They should have never responded. And once they responded, I knew then, like, this is true. You're just not going to put out there. Bloomberg is just not going to allow you to print something that says, we have 11 sources. That's a finite number. That's not like we got a bunch of sources. We got a lot. We have 11 different sources. And then to somebody else come in and say, yeah, we got our sources too. Best believe, man. Listen, remember the story? It was like earlier. It was like earlier this year. I think as the story was. The story was like, hey, Nintendo is prepping developers to make 4K games. Remember that story? That's the reason why, like, when I heard this, it was like, man, we heard this before. This story was, they ran this story earlier when the story came out, but it was, Nintendo was telling their developers to start making their games 4K ready. All right. So if they're doing that, best believe, you know what, these companies, they're not going to tell you if they got 4K because they had to sign an NDA. They're not gonna breach that NDA to get sued because you want to know they got a Switch Pro coming out because they trying to make money. You don't mess with your business partner. And then on top of that, right? So you got that. Then the patent didn't make it no better, even though the patent didn't say a whole lot from what they're talking about. So let's jump into that story. Let's see if I got that story pulled up somewhere. Okay. So, but what got me about that story is that he was like, we got 11 developers and one of them Zynga. And Zynga was like, oh, man, listen, hey. Zynga came out and denied it. Zynga denies Bloomberg report for the company has a Nintendo Switch 4K dev unit. What was Zynga supposed to say? This is what I get people. What was Zynga supposed to say? Yeah, we got one. Come on in and take pictures of it. Of course they was supposed to deny it. To be honest, Chris, I think next Christmas we're gonna get it's gonna be a Switch successor, It's gonna be next Christmas or it's gonna be 2023, right around the launch of the original launch of Switch, probably March. And in January of 2023, we'll hear about it. It's gonna be released 2 months later. That's legit. Because that would put, 2023 would put the Switch at 6 years. And so that's right around their cycle. They do about 6 years. So it's either going to be early 2023 or it's going to be Christmas 2023. But the key is, like, I don't know if they can survive that long though. You know what? If there was no Steam Deck, if the Steam Deck is successful, I don't know if Nintendo can wait that long. I'm telling you that to me, that's the wild card. The Steam Deck is the wild card. And for anybody to say that it's not a direct competitor to the Switch, you are lying to yourself. This is the Steam Deck is a competitor because it is that device rather, that hardcore gamers are going to look at very seriously. So that, to me, that's the market in which we are really, really looking at. Like, if I'm a hardcore gamer, I saw the Steam Deck and I said, this is up my alley. I get kids in my class, and the majority of the class, a lot of kids in my class, they play Steam. They got a Steam and some of them got a Switch. But once that Steam Deck came out, they said, hold on, Mr. Reed, I might not be need my Switch anymore. They trying to tell me I could take my Steam library with me on the go. Now, I don't know how they're going to make this happen. The only issue with Steam is that as new games come out, are they able to, how are they going to be able to manage? It's a lot of unknowns dealing with the Steam Deck. On the surface, it's very intriguing. But how do games translate to the Steam Deck and how it plays is going to be another thing. So you're always going to have this, like, how we have this effect now with the Switch, where we're kind of always, comparing it to the console brothers. The same thing is going to happen when games come out and they start to compare it to their PC equivalents. Yeah, they said the Steam Deck is a PC, but when it comes to how that translates onto that screen and that graphic fidelity, how does it play? Is it able to handle it? Do we get a brand new Steam Deck every 2 years? The Steam Deck was announced. It comes out in December, but by the time most people are going to get it, it's going to be into next December. You know what? I think mine is Q2. So somebody was like Q1. So you know what? Within these next 6 months, they're going to be rolling out, but they already are using technology that's probably a year or two behind. And in the PC world, there's new graphics cards coming out every year. So how are some of these legacy titles are going to be able to benefit? How some of these newer titles are going to be able to run on some of these systems? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, though. All right, let's have a Sony style third-person action adventure with stealth elements. Castlevania reboot. Ooh-wee. Sign me up. Douglas Mendez, Gaming Dad, you're getting a Switch OLED on launch day. Absolutely, Doug. Absolutely. Already pre-ordered and paid for. I will be late to school on Friday because I will be there picking it up. But matter of fact, Doug, while I got you right here, let me go ahead and get you chimed in onto our board. Doug, don't forget, man, listen, hit that like button for your brother. I appreciate you. All right, got you on the board. Let me get back. Yeah, but absolutely get one day one. I think the console Bloomberg was talking about is Nintendo's next gen. Okay, I got you. And I see a 2023 to 2025 release window. Yeah, that's pretty broad, but I think you know what it, I think logically your timeline is probably correct, but I'm gonna tell you that the reason why I'm a little skeptical of a 2023 release is because do we really think the Switch, as is currently stated right now, can really survive 2 more years? Cause I don't know. I don't. It's gonna be interesting to sit back and watch, but I don't know if it can survive 2 more years of of the power it has or the lack of power, unless they figure out some way to unlock some kind of key so people can, you know what, upgrade their games. Because right now, man, I don't know. PlayStation is gonna eventually get better and better. It's going to become more and more enticing as more games come out. Next year, people forget PlayStation VR is releasing, which is going to be huge. Valve got a new VR system. It's going to be the battle of the VRs next year, right? And so, what one thing Furukawa said, and he said this earlier this year in an interview. He said that it's very important to keep momentum. So, if you don't have something new come out next year to keep momentum, would Nintendo just flat out just with the games and be happy? Or will they jump? Because the VR scene is picking up. If you're not paying attention to it, it's slowly but surely picking up. And as this VR pick up next year, it's going to be that year where it's going to be a big explosion of new hardware. The PlayStation 5 is still going to be a hot commodity. Xbox Series X is probably still going to be in high demand come next year. All right. So do Nintendo not release? Now remember, I believe wholeheartedly if it was no COVID, we would have a Pro this year. If there wasn't a COVID, we would have a Pro this year. Do Nintendo sit on that concept for 2 more years? I don't think so. This is why I think like, hey, next year, this Pro is coming out. This OLED Vita is going down to $300. The new Pro is coming out for $350. The red box Switch is going bye-bye. The OLED will be the new $300 standard. That is what I believe. Even though I can see both sides of it, I can see them pushing off. But if they have enough chips, if they have enough stock, they're releasing that bad boy. They are releasing that bad boy. I'm telling you, it can be $300-$400. But people, a $400 Switch that do the things we want to do, people are going to buy it. They're going to buy it. They're going to buy it, and you know what? With no problem. No problem. They give them an upgrade with a better processor. Cause think about it. Listen, cause they don't. This is the reason why I believe a Pro is coming before a successor. I don't think they wait. Cause Phil Carr already said, like, what was it last year? Last year they was at the halfway mark, right? If they're at the halfway mark last year, that means they still got another 2 years, right? Another 2 years to kind of put us out there. A Pro is coming, man. I'm sticking with that before a brand new Switch come. A Pro is coming because new hardware keeps momentum. They don't need to punch them in the head. They just need to have some better improvements. And that will stretch out the life of the Switch before a new system drops. Ben said, what's going on, Bench? Let me get you on this board, my brother. Don't forget, Bench, hit that like button for me. We're doing trivia tonight. And so with the trivia game, if you the first person to answer right will get another slot onto the board tonight. It's 4206. All right. But that's all right, man. I'm glad you made it. Gorilla Tag said if Nintendo made the Switch Pro a home console only, I wonder how many people would actually buy it. I don't think the reason why I don't think that because they have a winning concept. The hybrid concept is a winning is proven no matter what market they're in is successful. It's not one market where the hybrid console is not winning. Now, could they in theory sell a more powerful dock? I think they can. Matter of fact, I think they could. Could they next year give you a Switch Lite with an OLED screen? They probably could. And which I would think would be it would be a seller. An OLED Switch Lite with at $250 would sell. Would sell. Ooh, it would sell. But a standalone console, I don't know. I don't think so. It would. Yeah, I don't. But you know what? This Nintendo, they gave us the Switch Lite, so they could give you the Switch Home. Huh? Let me go ahead and market that, copyright that name right now, so I can get paid. Steam Deck will be successful, but it ain't gonna be mainstream like Nintendo. You can get a Switch Lite for $200 now with a micro SD card. Yes, 128 gigabyte micro SD card. And you're right, it's gonna be cheaper come next year. So that's the reason why I was like, hey, like how do Nintendo keep momentum? They either release a new Switch Lite or they come out with a Pro. And I probably a Switch Lite to me would be more logical. A Switch Lite would definitely keep them in that competitive. You know what? They can release that Switch Lite with any and market it with any number of games that's coming out next year, and they're still going to sell. I'm a hardcore gamer, and even I am buying a Switch OLED, Switch Pro, Switch cash and grab. You thought we was done as well as a Steam Deck. Yeah, I agree. I'm the same way. Nintendo will clap back at Sony and Valve VR by upgrading their cardboard VR to plastic. Man, y'all need to read Gorilla Tactics, man. His stuff is just too funny. I get the bad part about it. I can see Nintendo doing that. I can see Nintendo doing it. And to me, probably, to be honest, probably what they should have done. I think their Labo stuff would have probably have done better if it was plastic. If it was some form of plastic, put together system where they can, eventually screw it down, it probably would have lasted a lot longer. Cause I tell you, once that cardboard started to wear, and once you leave it out for too long, it just wasn't a good thing long term. It was cute, but it didn't last very long in my house. SOC said he's right. Nintendo without momentum will be the Wii not having a revision. Agreed. Just as a boost in sales, then a massive drop in sales for the Wii. Agreed. That's the reason why I'm like, you know what? Nintendo's not going to go a whole year and not drop something. And I think a revision Switch Lite would be perfect for next year, which would give them enough time for a Pro in 2023. Because they're going to have to compete somehow with the onslaught that's coming next year. I think, because you don't hear a whole lot about PlayStation VR. They keep pushing it back. But I believe when PlayStation VR coming, they coming. I tell you, I believe they're coming because they see how the Oculus Rift 2 is doing, and it's doing really well. To a point where you getting Castlevania 4 on it. I'm looking at it now, okay, now they're talking my language. So I'm looking at even though Valve released the concept of a standalone VR system, but it's not ready for market. It's not, it's not even close. So we don't know when that's coming. So that could be this year. Could, I don't know. But I tell you, listen, it's gonna be interesting. Steve M. He says, will inflation, the economy, and the chip shortages cause a Switch Pro or next gen Switch comes out later than we want? It could. I think it could, Steve. But one thing that I tell you is that when you have high demand and less product, you can dictate prices. I think when it's all said and done and history books are written, we're gonna find out that maybe this Switch shortage wasn't as bad as it meant out to be. Right? So it's like, for instance, if I know, I would guarantee everyone has experienced this. If you've been into your Walmart lately and you notice that the shelves are not quite as full as they used to be, right? So that to me, that it's like a way of conditioning you. Oh man, they don't have that many left. I better buy now, right? If one thing the pandemic has taught corporate America is that if I just have a few, I don't need to have, if there's an abundance of stuff on the floor, then you don't have to buy. You know it's there. You know what? You can come by. But if you know it's only a few there, you're more hints like, ooh, if I miss out on it. So Walmart is playing these games. It's a part of this fear system. We might not have this next time you come in the store. You better get it now. It's the same thing that's happening in the car industry. You know what? To buy a car, you're like, well, you know what? Now they're taking pre-orders on cars. Listen, at the end of the day, man, you can look at this situation and you can always look back at the money. So yes, Steve, it could be inflation, but it also could be on this end fake inflation. Think about. I look at the PlayStation 5. System wise, this has been great for them. They're selling. They can't make them fast enough before they selling out. I talked to my manager. They GameStop in Acworth had, matter of fact, a bunch of Atlanta GameStops got like 50 PlayStation 5s for each store. Sold out in that day. All them stores are sold out. Right? So demand is high. So when you see the NPD numbers for September, when you see the NPD number for September or October, they're going to be high for PlayStation and for Xbox because a lot of these stores got a fluctuations of new systems. So I believe that by the time Nintendo was ready, there'll be enough chips. You know what? If you look at the Nintendo Switch right now, the reason why I believe that Nintendo had to make this move with the OLED is because some chips they needed to produce that Pro they could not get. And so they got Nvidia, they got a ton of these chips already. So it was just easier for them to keep on. They bought a ton of OLED panels from Samsung. So this was an easier move, an easier cash grab, and it keeps your investors happy. So the pressure is going to be on for them. You know, it's going to be on for Nintendo, but I still believe that it's still up in the air. But I believe that in due time they're gonna push this out as long as they can because they're making hand over fist. They listen when the Switch dropped in 2017, day one Nintendo was making money. Day one, and they have learned to redefine their process. They went with cheaper parts, and they're still making money. They put an OLED Switch in there. They charge more, but they still are still probably making way more money off each system than it was before. So Nintendo was making money. So do I believe? I believe at the end of the day, it's about making money. For the same reason why Nintendo had to put out that statement and say, no, that story is false. Think about in your history, how many times has Nintendo corporate has come out to refute a story that was posted online or in a newspaper? I can't remember until this year. So most people still play games at 1080p. There's no reason for parents to upgrade TV, and they're not going to get their kids 4K unless they have one. Yeah, agree. I think even like kids are getting 4K on their phones before they get 4K in their homes. Even though like more people are buying, more people are buying 4K TVs, but it still hasn't reached the masses of 1080p TVs. My purpose for the Steam Deck is for playing everything up to this generation. No need for future proofing the Steam Deck. Do you realize how many games are on Steam? Yeah. Your reasoning for buying a Steam Deck is my reasoning for buying a Steam Deck. I don't need the latest and greatest to come on there. I'll play the latest and greatest on my console. I want all the stuff that's like all the PlayStation stuff that's coming to Steam. I'm probably going to play on Steam Deck. If they figure out some way to get Game Pass on the Steam Deck, boy, oh boy, it turns it into a PlayStation / Xbox video game system. Just that quick. So listen, I agree with you totally. I mean, I know the reason why. I have select reasons why I'm getting the Steam Deck. And it's not to play all the new games. I'm with you on that. I got a Switch for that. I got a PlayStation 5 for that. Xbox for that. But the Steam stuff is going to play all the stuff that, I typically didn't get a chance to play. Or stuff that I can, some of my Game Pass stuff. If I can be able to download some of my Game Pass stuff and take that on the go. GG no re. Supreme 98, what's going on with you, my brother? Let me get you chimed in on this wheel real quick. I'm about to put what's up. Ha. Supreme 98. 98 was a great year. Man, what's going on? Chef Kenny M, what's going on with you, man? Let me get you chimed in, man. By you chiming in tonight, man, we are we do a $10 eShop giveaway. So with that Switch Pro, you said, or even a Switch OLED, you can get yourself $10 off on the eShop. Let me get you on the board. But we're doing some trivia tonight to get yourself another spot on the wheel. We got 17 people on the wheel, man. Let's make sure, man, we can get 17 likes. I say Switch Pro 2023. To me, that's the logical time. My only concern is, can Nintendo survive the onslaught? If Phil Collins says it's too important to keep the momentum, and they know how they've seen the destruction that comes from not keeping the momentum, just by what transpired with the Wii. I don't know if they wait that long. That's why a revision, a Switch Lite OLED looks pretty promising next year. Yeah, man. Gorilla Tactics, man. He been hitting it out the park all night on the jokes, man. Chef Kenny said, I think Nintendo would do a Switch Lite first before a Pro. For a financial perspective, that's the way to go. That's the win-win, man. I'm telling you, because even think about like even with this OLED, um, the Switch OLED right now, it's got tons of publicity. It is really has kept Nintendo in a very very high light. People are going to buy it, and it's $300 for it's 350, right? So they can hold on to that until they can hold on to that the next Christmas. They get you a Switch OLED that's get the a Switch Lite OLED that's 250. People are gonna pick that up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna pick it up because I like my Switch Lite for what it is to me now. I like my Switch OLED and my Switch OLED. Not I said Switch OLED. My Switch Lite rather. So to have an OLED screen on that light with that D-pad, hey man, I would be sold. They would get my money again. But I don't think Nintendo be holding back. But I do think Nintendo be holding back. Um, yeah, they've been kind of strategic though. I think I think when the Wii U collapsed on them, it put them in a really really dark space. Like their stock prices at one point in time was like over $100. During the Wii era, their stock price was at $100. But when they tanked, they tanked. I was buying Nintendo stocks at like $16 a share. I made a ton of money off Nintendo, a ton of money, and so I think their stock prices right now it's hovering around $60. But I still, even with the success of the Switch, it's still nowhere where it was. So be honest, you got sweaty like when playing PlayStation VR and Nintendo VR got you soggy. Yeah, man. Listen, um, it was an interesting concept, the Nintendo VR, but they need to go ahead and do their own. They need to go ahead and get into that race. I think it's probably gonna hurt them to not enter that space. They got too many IPs. They can really take advantage of a VR, some VR types of games that will be dope. So, um, I don't know. Tell you, it's gonna be interesting to see. I think Nintendo can't sit back because the Oculus is doing really well. I wonder, with Facebook crashing today, could you play your your Oculus? Did your Oculus crash on top of that? I want to know that. That would be interesting to know. Nintendo always holds their cards close to their chest, especially when they are in the lead. Yeah, yeah. My only issue with Nintendo, man, is that they can't get cocky, man. I want them to kind of like to continue to put the throttle to the neck. Continue. I think 2023 for a Switch Pro. This is a good question. Do they do a Switch Pro in 2023, or they just go, you know what, Switch 2? Because that their 6 years is usually when it happens. Or do they do Switch? Do they do Switch 2 in 2024, 2025? That's crazy, man. 2025, your boy gonna be 50. Golly. I know in that Bloomberg article they said Toshiba chips were booked until 2025. Woo-wee. And you know what? Toshiba makes I think it's like a power control. They make the power control switch for the Switch. So Toshiba makes that particular part. So yeah, that's crazy. I think what's going to happen, and I bet you a lot of these companies have already, if not made that transition to making their own chips, redesigning their systems where they're not dependent on these companies. Yeah. I think that is happening. Pre-order on cars. Imagine putting $5 down on a car like it was being sold by GameStop. Listen, I pre-ordered. I'm getting. I don't know if they have a new F-150 Lightning. It's an all electric F-150 truck. I've pre-ordered it, and it wasn't a $5. It was $100. I had to put $100 down to secure me a spot to buy one. $100. They're going to give the OLED at least a year and a half. Drop the price of it next holiday, and release Switch 2 in 2024. That's a pretty good timeline. Yeah, I still believe a Switch Lite OLED comes before. I think you'll get a full year of the OLED by itself. Next Christmas, it'll be the Switch OLED Lite. Christmas of 2023, I think you get some form of new Switch, which would give the OLED about 2 years. 2020. Okay, Chris said 2023. All right, got you. 2024. I don't know. I don't think they can survive that long. Chris said they can say there isn't one in plans because it's not this fiscal year. Yeah, agreed. Listen, and focus on the investors. Yeah, of course. Just like they said before, you know what? Nintendo is very coy. You know, remember they said, I remember it wasn't last year. It was 2020, and it was like, listen, we're releasing nothing this year. And which was true. And then like in 2021 thing that, it switched up, what? So it's gonna be interesting to watch for sure. DLSS emulates 4K without being 4K. So it's not a lie that they aren't working on a 4K. True. You know what? I challenge you to check out Super Metal Day 64's video about the last video he just uploaded. He gives you some really good perspectives to kind of think about that's not really being reported upon, dealing with the possible of an upgraded system. Nintendo got mad games coming next year and more in 2023. They can get through 2022 with the OLED and V2 Lite. Yeah, I think they can, but I don't think they just cannot release nothing. I don't think they can go through next year just on their games alone. I think that takes it back from some of the momentum because next year it's going to be an exciting year. You're going to have Steam Deck that's going to be in full swing. You're going to have PlayStation VR that's going to be jumping off. And you know what? E3 next year is going to be good. Hey, who going to E3 with me? I'm going to E3 this upcoming year, buddy. I am going. I'm there. Because I believe if the Gaming Awards is going to be in person, best believe E3 is going to be in person, and I will be there. Come hang out with me. Don't forget, your boy will be on Nintendo Dad's podcast next Thursday. So not this Thursday coming up, but next Thursday we're going to be talking about our experiences with our OLEDs and what games are we playing. It's good business getting OLED screens on all their consoles before dropping their next gen. Agreed. It gives those systems more life. And you know what? I think with an OLED screen on a Switch Lite, it's going to rejuvenate that brand. A brand that's probably, I think, has already sold, close to 20 million itself. Until Xbox PS5 is readily available, Switch has no pressure on them. As the next gen not started for me. Agreed. Right now, as it stands, there really isn't any pressure. But you know how this industry is. In the blink of an eye, All it takes is for a large rush of those systems to come into the public, and then it's on. And so my thing is Nintendo just can't sit back and wait for that. If they don't got systems ready, I will make sure that I kept it coming. Keep feeding the beast. I make sure that everybody who didn't have a system had a Nintendo system, and I would keep at it until I was at 170 million. If we couldn't sign if we couldn't sign into Facebook, you wouldn't be able to sign into Oculus. Ooh, as it requires you to log into Facebook. Ooh, see, and that is the reason you get skeptical about buying a system that is tied to your social media account. Oh man, that's crazy. They're going to name it a Super Nintendo Switch with DLS. That is the future proof. Yeah, listen, I take it. Super dupe name. I already said Super Nintendo Switch. That's the name I picked. I'm rolling with it. No Pro, no 2. But I think 2023. Brilliant marketing if they do that. Yeah, yeah. Chi-Town in the building. What's going on, CT? They need a Switch 2 if they're bringing out a Switch OLED Lite. Listen, I think we all in agreement on this one here. 2 more refreshers before a new console is overkill. But that's the Nintendo way. Look at the 3DS. How many revisions that Joker got? The 3DS was crazy. But yeah, at the end of the day, they about making money. Nintendo gonna put as many systems they want to out there to make that money. CT, are you with me? Let me get you on this board, my brother. All right, we have the 17 people on the wheel. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. Really, really helps the channel. All right, CT on the building. Let me get back. All right, I'm gonna ask a couple more questions, then we're gonna dig into some more of these stories. Correction: 6 consoles and 5 refreshers in like 8 years. I ain't got one like that. Oh man, bro! If this Metroid Prime remake, whoa, and 2 and 3 remakes are probably following in 2003 before Metroid Prime 4. That's a strong lineup alongside everything we know about it. Listen, man, I will take a Metroid Prime 1 remake, hands down. They can stagger it out. It wouldn't bother me. They can release Metroid Prime 4 on the Switch 2. I'll be cool with that. Just keep a steady rotation of Metroid. Nah, heard people at those conventions don't wear deodorant. Don't wear deodorant. Never mind COVID. I'll be watching E3 highlights from my house. Don't worry, my brother. You can watch it on my channel because I will be pumping them out to you. And yeah, you are right. They don't wear deodorant. I've been to one before, and it was entertaining for me. I'll tell you that much. CMG back in the building, still working on the video. Metro Prime is a classic. Absolutely. All right. Got through all the comments. Love when we get the chit chat on. Let's go through a couple more stories. The Gaming Awards have been announced for December 9th. So mark that on your calendar. And listen, matter of fact, in 2 months, that's crazy. I want you to think about it like this. 1, in 2 months, it's going to be Christmas. But 2 months from this Saturday, the Gaming Awards will be live and direct. It's going to be an in-person event. So we have nothing but good. I streamed it last year, and I probably will stream it this year. Oh man, that is listen. I'm sorry, man. I'm just laughing at Gorilla Tag. These too funny. But Gaming Awards, December 9th. Oh man, oh man. All right, let's see. All right, The Witcher 3 renewed. Okay, I think we talked about this last week about The Witcher 3 being renewed on Netflix alongside a spinoff for kids. How did The Witcher get a spinoff for the kids? All right, if you plan on downloading Metroid or pre-ordering it early, like your boy did, I did pre-order my Metroid early. The file size is only 4.1 gigabytes, which is good. I can dig that. I don't know about you guys, man, but I am like I haven't been this excited about a Metroid game in a long time. This Metroid game, it really takes the pressure off me complaining about Hollow Knight Silk Song not being in the mix. And maybe this is probably, maybe Metroid coming is probably the reason why it has been, Silk Song has been delayed. Cause they like, man, I do not want that Metroid smoke. That is too much to be going head up against. All right. Go to a couple more good comments. So I just want to know if GTA Trilogy Remastered is coming to Switch. It gotta be. It's been rated. It's just now it's just about him doing this is releasing the release date. From what they say, it's supposed to be November, but until they say something, man. But I think it's coming. Too much money with 90 million people, 90 million or over 90 million Switches have the opportunity to buy GTA. It's bound to come. Silent Hill rumors are stirring. I think Kojima and Jeff have something cooking. Now, wouldn't that be dope? Wouldn't the Game Awards be so dope if they announced that Kojima is back at working on Metal Gear? I'll be so happy. So happy. All right. Ghosts and Goblins collaboration coming to Monster Hunter Rise on the 29th of October. Sonic the Hedgehog collab set for November. I think this is okay. Am I like over this? Oh my goodness, No, I'm not. But I just want to see what the Sonic looks like. What kind of collaboration they're gonna do with the Sonic. I like the fact that it's coming. I think it's good for Monster Hunter. But if I'm like overly excited, like I'm not. Oh man, Silent Hill scares me out of my wits. Hope it comes back out. I tell you this much. Listen, who in here I still have my PS4 with PT on it because I was like I'm not I'm not turning it. That PT demo was super duper 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 scary, but it was super good, super good. But I kept my PS4 just for that. All right, let's see. Let's talk Smash for a minute. Smash Brothers Ultimate fans split on Kingdom Hearts Sora as fighter. You know what? If this comes out to be true, if Sora's the fighter, I think it would be okay. It'll be like I wasn't super hyped when Steve was announced, but I understood. Like I understand why that move had to be made, why Steve was that important because Minecraft is that huge and is that huge on the Switch. But Kingdom Hearts is not that big on a Nintendo platform. Is he an important character in the scheme and in the lore? Yeah, maybe. But this one is not going to set the internet on fire by any stretch of the imagination. Good people got 10 people watching the video. Hey man, listen, go ahead and make sure we get at least 10 likes, if not more. But yeah, I don't know about this one here, man. To me, if it's the last one, if you look at Smash Brothers from its initial announcement on that direct, which is probably one of the greatest introductions of any game ever. And it was set up so well. Like they set that up perfectly. And because you thought it was just another Splatoon game, you did. I was like, oh man, Splatoon again? We just seen Splatoon. And then when the cross came on her eye, you knew what time it was. And man, I get goosebumps thinking about like watching the reaction from the New York store. I mean, crazy, right? Just crazy. So I don't know. I wouldn't be super excited. I'd be like, hey, yay, but what would be dope if they just said, you know what, we're gonna announce, and there'd be like 3 new characters all at once. What they should do, they should just drop a bomb like boom and give them 3 hit. If Sora was a part of a 3-pack combo, which gave us Master Chief and Crash Bandicoot, then it's a win-win-win. All right, so they're saying Xbox head explains console shortage will continue into 2022. The console wars and the console shortage, it works for both of these companies because they're not holding over a lot of overhead. So you know what? The consoles, they make the consoles, they get sold. The only way it hurts them is that, you know what? People that's buying these systems are not buying the games because they're trying to make money. They're trying to become entrepreneurs off of Sony and Xbox. Whatever the announcement is, people are going to be disappointed. Yeah, especially Nintendo fans, man. We're a different breed. Smash fans in particular are just a different breed, man. So we talked about this earlier. I just kind of want to reiterate. I read the story. You know, see, the conditioning to already know, like, hey, don't be expecting to see these bad boys on store shelves. All right. And so as you notice, like Nintendo Japan sales are slowing, and which it should. You got a whole new system coming out this week. Um, so software sales, Lost Judgment, a PS4 game is number 1. That's crazy. Is Lost Judgment that good for it to sell 111,000 copies? Dragon Ball Z Kakarot for the Switch? Dang, it sold 42,000. Lost Judgment PS5. I guess Lost Judgment was pretty good because it sold almost 150,000 copies. Did anybody pick up WarioWare, man? That game is so good. It's so good. It fits the Switch perfectly. Yeah, Minecraft that's still selling. Ring Fit Adventure. Mario Kart 8. God almighty. Super Smash Brothers. Look at that. Almost 5 million units in one region. 5 million in one region. I'm telling you, next week, man. What is it? An All Stars Brawl gonna be number 1. Side. It might be number 1 in Japan. It might, because Metroid not that big over in Japan. It's big over here in the U.S. All right, so look at the hardware sales. The regular Switch sold 36,000. The Lite sold 10,000. So in Japan alone, the Lite has sold 4 million. Just the regular old Lite has sold 4 million. PlayStation 4 lifetime has sold 7.8 million. The Switch has sold 17 million. This is the regular Switch we've been dealing with, not the Lite. 17 million. But if you add the Lite, you're at 21 million. Crazy. Crazy, man. Anybody picking up Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? I know my kids, they want it for Christmas. But they stay on top of their grades, they'll get it. All right, let's see. I thought this was interesting. I didn't know Donkey Kong sold that many, but Donkey Kong series has sold 65 million copies as of March of 2021. But I can dig it. Donkey Kong has been out for a long time, man. You talking about like, I mean, I can tell you as a kid, as a 5-year-old playing Donkey Kong, 1980. It's a long time. The shortages hurt both companies as they generate sales, the consoles at a loss. Yeah, I agree. Listen, yeah, agreed. In my case, I'm not even interested in buying a console base or how hard they are to find. You know what? Listen, I agree. I look at my systems and I can tell you it's probably been over a month since I cut on any one of them systems. That's because I'm just busy, but it's way more convenient to cut on my Switch and go sit somewhere or take it with me. It's why the Switch is probably my favorite system of all time because of the convenience. And if I want to get down on the TV, we can get down. I'm not tied. It's liberating. It's a liberating system. Sony policy when it comes to upgrading probably doesn't help the sales of their cross-gen games either. Yep, they're doing a bunch of dumb stuff. The decisions the Sony is making, they're not really making with the right intentions. So you get in these situations, man. But shout out to Donkey Kong, man. 65 million strong. Hey, if you got Game Pass, you have not played Avengers yet, it is coming to Game Pass. I didn't play Avengers. It might be good. I saw some video. The only reason why I think I might dig into it is if I'm able to get the Black Panther DLC. That storyline looked pretty interesting. But I think like whoever drew these particular sets of Marvel characters, man, they didn't do them justice at all. That was my issue from the jump. It's like they didn't look like who we have been accustomed for them to look like. So if you get Game Pass, September 30th. Matter of fact, it's already on there, September 30th. Pay attention to Netflix, man. I've been saying this slowly but surely. They're gonna start dipping their toe into the video game market, and you know what? They already started. So Netflix acquires Oxenfree Devs as their first game studio. Now Netflix got some money, man. They got plenty of opportunity, and you're gonna hear about them buying and acquiring more because video games, the video game industry made more money than the movie industry. It's making more money. So while Netflix is pivoting, I'm telling you, it's the video game market 10 years from now is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. And some of these companies like Netflix and Amazon are starting to see the writing on the wall, and they're trying to get a part. They're trying to get a piece of this pie. How successful they're going to be, I don't know. Depends on who they got hiring running their ship. This is crazy. 10 years later, we can't stop watching Nintendo Directs. It's been going on for 10 years. Man, where did the time go? 10 years of Nintendo Directs. Man, you know what? We're getting old, people. But I can't even remember a time before Directs. Yes, I can. I can remember them E3 press conferences, and some of them were terrible. Miyamoto in there playing drums on the original Wii. Huh? This is not a big story to me. I just want to cover it real quick. Hey, Sony acquires Demon Souls remake studio Bluepoint. Everybody knew that was coming. It's been reported on numerous of times. We knew it was coming. It's not a big old thing, but however, this is another staple into Sony's stable of quality first party IPs. So good decisions, but they need to produce games. I think why Nintendo it has the lead that it has is because of the failure of the Wii, because it gave them a head start. Look at all these man. Look at how many great games is coming out next year, man. Next year, boy, I'm telling you, you might have to take out a small loan. So many good games are coming out, and not just from Nintendo. You know, you're going to have some great games coming from Sony. People think buying 3 consoles each generation is tough. Wait until 10 subscriptions and 3 console per generation. You're right, man. It's like you gotta. It's like as much as we all like to play games, it's like you're gonna have to find ways to like nowadays. It's like before I jump into a subscription, I gotta find ways to be able to cover that price of that subscription. And so now we're at a point where you're like, man, I got money that's coming out every month for the different subscriptions. We forced, like my family, we're forced to look back and say, hey, which one are we really watching? Like I'm really considering cut. Like we got cable still. I'm like considering this, like cutting that cord, like this to save some money. It's like, man, it's like I'm tired of paying. Like we barely watch. It's like it's certain things we watch, but we barely watch cable like that. So I don't know, man. I'll be down for a Blue Point revival of reviving dead what Sony franchises and Nixon ports on the PC. Yeah, I think you know what, I think it's a great money grab for Sony to continue to port games to the PC. Business wise, is it's a great decision. You know, you'll take a game that's it's like what 4 or 5 years old. You didn't make all your money off you've made all your money off this game on your PS4 or PS5, and then you know what? Then you just port that thing to PC and just open it for a brand new market and just reap even more benefits. Yeah, smart decisions. I can't be mad. Like as much as I hate the Switch effect, where you know what, they release games on systems first so they can get their money from them and then come back to the Switch because they know it's going to sell on the portable. I can't be mad, but it just make it bad for Nintendo fans. All right. Let's see. I thought this was crazy. What would Metro Prime look like if it was an open world? I don't know, man. I think it would from the success of Breath of the Wild and how Pokemon Arceus is looking. I think it would be dope, especially if I can go from travel from world to world and really be a bounty hunter. I don't know, man. I don't know. It says it spotted the details during an interview with former Retro Director of Development Brian Walker, who told Kiwi Talks that at one point a plan was drawn up to see Metro Prime 3 played in a less linear, open exploration of the planet. And this hurt my soul. Walker told the New Zealand YouTube channel podcast about how the series director, Mark Pagnini, came forward with an interesting twist in the vision, which would have involved Salmon's ship being a far more playable asset. See, but I think that don't that sound dope? That sound dope to have Samus have spots where you could fly and thoroughly utilize that ship. I mean, I think this is a dope concept. Said, would the main antagonist be Snake? Snake out there hunting for the booty, huh? That's so funny. I don't know, guy, what you think, man. I'm kind of flying through some of these stories, man. But I just thought that was interesting. You know what? If it was that was to come to fruition, we see how the excitement is for Pokemon Arceus, and I think looking at Pokemon Arceus from the standpoint of it being an open world, I'm excited because Breath of the Wild made it that way. It made me want to maybe look at that concept a little bit different. God of War actor Ragnarok was delayed, may have been due to the actor's surgery. So the guy who voices Kratos in God of War, uh, oh yeah, baby, man, nobody wants this pin set though. I think the Metroid pre-order is whack. I'm trying to say they show a picture. So yeah, so Chris is the big tall black dude who voice and does the motion caption for Kratos. He had surgery. I think he had both hips replaced and his knee. So he was down for a long time. So that game was probably on. It was probably originally supposed to come out this year, but got delayed due to his rehab from his surgeries. So that's crazy. But I mean, them things happen all the time. All right. Let's see. Let me see if I can. Let me get off the screen so I can get ready to do the trivia real quick. All right. Let me see if I can get out of here. All right. Good. You know what? I hate this chair because the chair keeps me sinking out. That's why I keep readjusting myself. Metroid in the house. Um, let's see. Let me get things prepared. Oh man. Oh, I didn't want that to happen. Hold on, good people. Just trying to get things set up for her. All right, there we go. All right. So this is how it's going to work. The winner, the first person to identify who this person is and which video game franchise is he tied to and who did he voice will get an extra slot on the wheel tonight. All right. Y'all ready? Here you go. Who is this guy here? And what video game did he voice? The first person. All I need now is some Jeopardy music. But if I play some Jeopardy music, they will probably flag my video. So let's see. We'll play this. I like this song, man. Something about it is smooth with it. Who is this guy? And how and what game is he tied to? Who did he voice? He voiced a very iconic character. I give you a hint who he is. He played on the show in Living. Nope, not in Living Color. Was it in Living Color? No. Damn, what's the name of that show? He was on a '90s sitcom show with Queen Latifah. He played in various movies, but he is also the famous voice of a video game character, highly rated, multi-million seller. Who could it be, good people? Don't forget, your boy is still giving out a Nintendo Switch Lite Pokemon Edition. Not the new Pokemon Edition that's coming out. The old one. Sword and Shield. Still got it in the box. Could be a collector's item for someone out there. That's right. Yeah. Okay, let's. All right. He did play on Living Single. All right, so that should be able to help you. So why is Kyle on the screen? It's a part of our trivia tonight. The trivia is, who is he? What is his real name? And what video game character did he voice? The first person to answer in the chat will get an extra slot on the wheel tonight. Boom. All right, Chris got half of the answer right. It is T.C. Carson. But what video game did T.C. Carson? I have no clue, but he looks like an alternate world of Dennis Rodman. Give it up for Chris. Chris got another spot. He is the original voice of Kratos of God of War 1, 2, and 3. That's right. You're looking at the voice of Zeus. I am coming for you. From the original God of War 1, 2, 3. Shout out to Chris with the spot. Let me get you, Chris. I'm going to put Chris Part 2. That's going to be your name on the spot. Hold on, I was right at the right spot. All right. Christopher Part 2. Now, Chris, by him watching also on Twitch, has got 3 spots on the wheel tonight. I like trivia. We have to do that more often. We're going to have to do that more often. All right. Hey, be on the lookout, man. Listen, of course, big games like Metroid, they always get out early. If you're paying attention on Twitter, man, if you scrolling through Twitter, you'll mess around and catch the ending, because even the ending has been leaked. So if you don't want your experience of Metroid to be hampered, pay attention what's going on just try your best not to pay attention too tough on stuff that's talking about Metroid on Twitter, because you might be your experience might be ruined. That was my favorite couple on the show. Him and Maxine. Yeah. Him and Maxine was hilarious. You going to go out back to back, Chris? Yeah, Chris. Listen, a couple times, man, you went back to back. Listen, Chris, you don't win tonight, man. Something wrong, man. Something wrong. You on there 3 spots. I've been in second place like 6 times. Yeah, he has. He has, for real. See, man, be on the lookout, man. I'm not letting nothing spoil my experience with Metroid. I've seen enough that I'm excited. I love the art style. It just looks like it's going to be such a phenomenal game, so I cannot wait. Yeah, Chris did win before, though. Chris did get him a $10 eShop card. So maybe this be the second one. It'd be $10 off your Metroid. But did anybody else pre-order Metroid digitally? I had to, man, because I was like, man, I gotta play it. I gotta play it on Thursday. I want to play it on Thursday, so it's already downloaded to my Switch. So hopefully, According to Nintendo, at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it should be unlocked and ready to go. So, your boy, I think I'm going to stream that. I think I'm going to stream Metroid Thursday night at 12 midnight Eastern. Ooh, where did all that come from? Please forget. Charge it to my head, not to my heart. I was not expecting that. Ooh, that was. Sorry, that came from down deep. All right, let's see. We talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about that. Let's see. UK chart Sonic Colors Ultimate Rise at number 3, and 53% of the sales were on Switch. Let's see. So FIFA 22 is number 1. This is over in the UK. Sonic Colors Ultimate. Then you got the Minecraft Switch, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Animal Crossing, F1 2021, Grand Theft Auto 5, man. And Super Mario 3D World. Man, them games are just sell, man. Said, man, I need to rewatch Living Single. Yeah, man, listen, great. That was just a great time in TV shows, man. You had Living Single, you had Martin, you had In Living Color. I mean, you just had some great shows. That network, boy, they kept you glued to the TV for 3 or 4 hours for sure. Great sitcoms, right? Great sitcoms. I pre-ordered it physically and Amazon will get it to me on the 8th. Don't know why my Switch OLED can't. Man, listen, don't worry, man. They might surprise you and it ship early. They just might surprise you. All right. So you know what? Listen, it's fine. You know, I like looking at the sales from different regions. I wish the NPD, the sales numbers over here in America, would post more often. You know, because I like looking at the sales number because it kind of really gives you a good gauge of how games are selling. But you know, different regions, you know, of the world, we gravitate to certain things differently. Unannounced Pokemon game allegedly leaked by developer. Ah, maybe you know. Okay, listen. Sometimes I don't like reporting on some of the stuff here, only because like, of course, it's Pokemon working on tons of Pokemon games because they just it's coming, but no title has been formally released. But you know what? Real or not, the other majority franchise announcement has come in time for the Pokemon 25th anniversary this year. 25 years, man. Whew, crazy. I'm looking at this title of this article right here. It says Metroid Dread's file size will be smaller than Call of Duty's update. Oh man, I think that might be in-person Evo fighting game showcase canceled. That's kind of jacked, but you know what? I mean, the state of COVID, man. I totally understand. I like watching Evo because some of the games be good. Okay, yeah. So here's the guy from Kratos. So this black guy right here with these old hot pants on. He just look. He just don't look right. However, yeah, this is the guy right here who's the current voice of Kratos. Um, is anybody? I'm picking this game up, man. I tell you, listen. I watched the trailer on the eShop of Fatal Frame, and every time I watch it, it looks better and better. I am picking this game up, and it comes out. It comes out on the 28th, later on this month. Let's see. It comes out on the Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PC, Steam on October the 28th. Now I just wonder, you know what? I just wonder how well it's going to perform on the Switch. Let's see. The Queen really took Flavor Unit and made it their name on her company and show. Yes, right. The Queen is hyped up, man. As a hip hop fan, I really used to like Queen Latifah. She was one of my favorite. Shout out to Naughty by Nature. That's right. The Queen is hyped up. Pokemon. Let's see. Pokemon Battle Royale comes on Nintendo. Give me what I want. Kyle got that deep voice. Yeah, dude. So like when how I ended up finding out that he was the original voice of Kratos is he had an interview on Vlad TV, and so Vlad, it was the title of the was like, T.C. Carson, the original voice actor for God of War. It caught me off guard. I was like, oh man, and now you think about it, you hear his voice, what I tell you, I would challenge you to go watch the interview. It's the part about Kratos is short, but he does a line from the game, and so I was like, oh, I saying that, I was like, oh man, it's on. So yeah, I'll be getting Fredo. Yeah, I'm picking up Fredo Frame, man. I tell you, the trailer on the eShop looks phenomenal. I just hope that it looks that phenomenal on the Switch. Latifah could rap, but she also put mad people on. Yes, he did. That whole thought process is like, if my friends don't eat, I don't eat, and that's how I should. Man, if more people thought that way, I'm telling you, man. I tell you right now, let me make it and get big. I'm not gonna forget the CMGs and the Basil YTs that's out there doing their thing. I'm gonna bring them right along with me because it's about I support people. A geeky like listen, man. Y'all should follow a geeky chick, man. Y'all should follow her stuff, man, because she's doing great things and her brand is building. You know what? You keep people that's doing better you around you. You know what? And especially geeky she like a real good person. Like her people and her family are like really good people. I love keeping those people around me. That's all. Like when I grow, man, I'm gonna make sure that people know that, hey, man, go check out Basil YT, go check out CMG. Because I want their channels to grow, because if they grow, then we all good. She was the first woman in hip hop to lead a crew. MC Lyte was down with the Boogie Down Bronx and Big Daddy Kane and them, but Latifah was the one who was running her crew. Absolutely. Even though, shout out to MC Lyte though. I'm kicking cha 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 to this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you heard thus far. Boy, whew. Love old school hip hop. When everything had a message and people told stories. They don't do that no more. These rappers nowadays do not tell stories. You can go back right now, man, and listen to a children's story by Slick Rick, and you can probably rap it from beginning to end. You can't. It's not a new song that I can say I can thoroughly rap from beginning to end. It's what it is. All right, let's keep it pushing. Yeah, we've been on this bad boy a long time. I think we've covered all the games. I am picking up Crisis Trilogy, especially the Crisis 2 and 3. You can buy Crisis 1 right now on cartridge, but I'm buying 2 and 3 digitally because I don't think they're coming out on cartridge quite yet, but I will pick them out whenever they do come to cartridge. But that's going to be interesting. Of course, you got All-Star Brawl that releases tomorrow. I'm picking that up, but the physical version of the game doesn't come out to the 8th. So I'll pick that up then. And we got Smash tomorrow, man. Smash tomorrow, buddy. No, it's not hard as a rock. It's light as a rock. Lyte. I am the light. La, 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 as a rock. Lyte. MC Lyte, top 2. Not number 2 for me though. Ha. What? Digital Underground, man. Listen, Digital Underground got this song, man, called "We the Freaks of the Industry." I still love that song, man. That beat, oh my goodness. Listen, classics, man. You know she was poised to be. Yes, listen, right. Classics, man. You know she was poised to be on I Got a Man. Yeah. Wait, was the whole Metal Gear title just for you try to stay? You know what? That's right. We did not cover that. Let me look at. Hold on. I know I got that story. Oh man, you crazy. All right. Yep. There we go. Konami reported working on Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill game. All this information came out of the Tokyo Game Show. Konami is reportedly working on games in the Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill series with both internal and external studios attached. Anonymously publishing sources told VGC that Konami is refocusing on developing games with its best loved series. Per those same sources, the first of those games will be a reimagining of Castlevania being developed primarily by internal Konami studios. The report adds that Konami is planning remasters of the original Metal Gear Solid games for new consoles, as well as a potential full remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Many have speculated that the remake specialist Blueprint would work on the MGS remake, but VGC sources says it is being handled by Singapore studio Virtuals, which is a great studio, which previously worked on the Switch port of Dark Souls Remastered, among other projects. Update: Eurogamer reports that Konami has considered a Metal Gear 3 Solid remake for some time, as early scrap versions apparently use the company's Fox engine used on Metal Gear Solid 5, and incredibly repurposed cutscenes from a hugely unpopular Metal Gear Solid slot machine game. Ha! This is backed by game data analyst Millie A, who has correctly called several other announcements ahead of time. Millie A comment after Millie A commented after Blue Point's acquisition by Sony to say that the studio was in fact working on a remake alongside an original game, but that it was not a Metal Gear game. All right, so another studio that I feel like, hey, is really not trying to make any money is Konami, because they have such great IP. It wouldn't, to me, if Konami was smart, they would have just said, "Hey, Kojima, let's work together. We'll give you complete RAMs of how just continue to make games for us." But you know, when you get pride and people get prideful, man, and they miss out on opportunities. To me, give me Twin Snakes. Bring Twin Snakes from the GameCube over to the Switch. Like, a lot of these remakes should have been on the Switch. A lot of these, like, they could have took the same originals that they launched on other systems, like the Vita. You know, boost up the frames per second, make them steady 30 or 60, no matter, and brought them over to the Switch. This should have been day one. They could have been making hand over fist, because I've bought them on every system they've been on. I would have bought them again on the Switch. But once again, it's another company that's not really trying to make money. I don't know what they're doing. The return of Metal Gear precedes a picture of Snake getting RP Shock G, rest in peace. The video of DU performing at the Apollo under the hood and turning to the crowd upside down. Yeah, that's a classic. People hate people hate on Twin Snakes because of the creative liberty. Yeah, I don't know why, but Twin Snakes was good. And I listen. I bet if you brought Twin Snakes to the Switch right now, remastered with a better control, stable frame rate, made it maybe like 30 or 60 frames per second, people would buy it. It would sell 1,000,000 copies, easy. Yep. So, um, I'm glad that Konami has, reportedly, saying want to dedicate more time to making money with some of their solid franchises. Snake, thanks to Smash Brothers, Snakes has been still irrelevant, even though it hasn't been relevant for a couple years now. But to see them, I hope the right team gets behind it. If it's not Kojima, you know what? They gotta come from a standpoint where they gotta kind of still keep that lore what makes Metal Gear great. I can deal with a game not being made by Kojima as long as they keep the same spirit of what a Solid Snake is. Don't commercialize him or make him into some silly a um cartoonish character. A Snake to me is like you can't mess with Snake, you can't mess with 007. To me he like in that same light. You know So I think this is a great thing. I think I mean even a remake of Silent Hill to me is smart. It's always been smart, especially the demo the PT proved it that that's something that should have happened a long time ago. But I don't. Some people sometimes just don't want. You ain't trying to make money. On a side note, don't forget that hey, your boy will be on Nintendo Dad's podcast next Thursday. I believe it is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it starts an hour late than typically I would start on Monday. But come check me out, man. Come support me. It's gonna be a good time, man. I love hanging with them guys. So, um, but yeah, come check me out. But it's that time. I think this is our last story for the evening. Let's go ahead and get it onto the wheel, man. It's 12:04 a.m. and your boy got some more work to do. I gotta make sure I record some of these voiceovers before I go to bed. So we're gonna cut to the chase. We got 18 slots on the wheel tonight. My boy Chris has 3 of them. But before we get started, Guerrilla Tactics says there are so many stories to tell about that universe. Give me a prequel of the boss, right, and how she became to be. I'm so burnt out on replaying stories over and over via remakes and remasters. I agree. Listen, hey, totally agree. A prequel would be dope, but if I'm correct, um, I mean they would have to create a game that was before Metal Gear Solid 3. Cause Metal Gear Solid 3 is really the prequel to the original Metal Gear Solid. So yeah, I just want them to see them get that timeline in order. Yeah, get that timeline. To me, I would like to see a remake of the very first, not the very first, not the one on the NES, but the first one on the PlayStation. I would like a remake of that because that's a game I have not played in years that I would love to replay. All right, good people, y'all know how we do. If your name is selected before all of them is let, you get the famous Peter Griffin. Yeah, that's right. You'll be out of here. So without any further ado, let's get into our wheel tonight. Click the spin. Who was the first one to catch that horny horn from Snake? And right off the bat, Geeky is out of here. God almighty. Peace out, Geeky. The first one to drop tonight. That's not usual, but hey, everyone has their day. Metal Gear should be a single player only. If they do multiplayer, it should be co-op only. Yeah, you know what? To be honest, I agree. If they release some of these older, it should just be a single player experience. I don't need more. I don't need Metal Gear to be multiplayer to enjoy it. It never was multiplayer until like what was it? I don't even know. I don't even think 4 was multiplayer. But it is what it is. It's who up next to catch the flex? And it looks like it's going to be Cool Breeze Jr. You are out of here, my brother. Thank you for coming out tonight, man. I'm glad you made it. It's been a minute since we seen you on the stream. You know what? I have not seen AST in a minute either. I hope she's okay. I might have to reach out to her on Twitter. Chi-Town in the building, but Chi-Town has been blown off the map. Peace out, my brother. See you next week. CT, are you with me? What did the sheep say? Basil YT, what did the sheep say? Bye. My brother from the UK, you're out of here. We'll keep this ball rolling. We're going to keep it rolling. And SOC is out of here. God almighty. Got to be more careful. Man, it never gets old. Let's keep it pushing. Who is up next to catch the flex? And it looks like it's going to be Chef Kennedy. Nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Good day, sir. Thank you for hanging out with us, Chef Kennedy. Appreciate you, my brothers. Hope to see you next week. All right, let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. And one of Chris's 3 slots is off the map. So, but Chris, he still got 2 more chances with 11 people to go. Bazawati said, man, I'm out early for once. Yeah, listen, yeah. But, it's Bazawati, you usually all the way in here till like the last 10 for sure. But you're out a little early. That's all right. We'll keep pushing. But one of Chris's people is out of here. Gorilla Tactics still on the board. Oh, I hope I didn't jinx you. But Norm, my boy Norm is out of here. All right. Good people, we're down. We're down to 10. And Gorilla Tactics said, and so it begins. Back to back. He didn't go back to back though. He did. He's still on the scene. Crispy and clean, no caffeine, and Supreme 98. You lose. You are out of here, my brother. Wonderful year. I love 98. FM 98 WJLB. And it looks like Chris. His second slot is off the board. But with 8 people left, Chris has a 1 in 8 chance of pulling out the dub. Do he gets it? Let's keep it pushing. Pushing. Gorilla Tactics, my brother from another mother, and the funniest man on the stream. You are out of here. We're down to 7 people. It's a 1 in 7 chance that you will become the winner tonight. And it looks like, my man Dougie Fresh. You lose. You are out of here. Thank you for coming through tonight. Appreciate you. It's 6 people left on the wheel. Who we got? We got Cool Breeze, but Cool Breeze can't win because he won last week. And it looks like CMG has been blown off the wheel. Peace out, my brother. Peace out. Let's get into Chris has said, I blame Chris for this. It was supposed to be him. All right. We got 5 people left. Chris still has a 1 in 5 chance. A 1 in 5 chance of winning tonight. The wheel has spun, and who is next? And oh my goodness. Chris has lost his chances. He is out of here. 3 spots went down in flames. like Fire Marshal Bill. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right, we got 4 people left. The grand finale. We got Cool Breeze, but Cool Breeze cannot win. Basil YT with the super chat, my guy. He gets the bomb.com. Who is next to cast the flex? Cool Breeze cannot win, so we're down to 3. So it's Binge, Steve M, and Quincy Walls. Who is next to cast the flex? Get my horn ready. And it looks like it's going to be Quincy Walls. Oh, man. You are out of here. Appreciate you. I was pulling for you. We're down to really, it's 3 on the board, but we're really down to 2. Because Cool Breeze can't win. Gorilla Tactic says, yes. Sorry, Chris. Oh, man. Gorilla Tactic was pulling for you to lose. All right, we got 3 people. We got Ben, Steve M, and Cool Breezy. This could be the winner right here. Ooh, Steve M has bit the dust. Get him his horn. Steve is out of him. So tonight, the winner automatically is Binge. But for fun's sake, let's go ahead and get this wheel going on and see who really ended up. Did Cool Breeze go back to back? He did not go back to back. He is out of here. And our official winner, without a shadow of a doubt, is my man Binge 4206. Another fellow educator. My man Binge, you know what you got to do, Binge. All you got to do is contact your brother, hit me up on Twitter or on Instagram, or preferably Twitter, because Instagram is down. Man down on Instagram. Send me that gaming dad with my money, and I'll hook you up, my brother, with your $10 eShop card. Good people, man. Great stream tonight. Metroid is in effect this week. I will be streaming at midnight on Thursday. My first initial hour playthrough of Metroid. That's right, this Thursday. Be on the lookout for that alert. I will be posting it soon. Metroid in effect. Live broadcast at midnight. Come and join me. Have some fun. And Friday, man, I'm gonna be making my video, man, for my unboxing of the Switch OLED. So, good people, I love y'all. Have a great week. May God be with you guys, man. May He bless you throughout and through. And give Him the praises when you can, man. Praise Him when things are going good. Praise Him when things are going bad. But at the end of the day, give Him His praises. We are nothing without Him. I thank y'all, man, for listening to me and hanging out with me, man. Y'all such a great community, man. Basil YT, Gorilla Tactics, man. Golly, man, you was killing them tonight. Killing them. Hey, listen, hey, COG, if you watch this COG, man, go back, because Gorilla Tactics killed you earlier. He killed you earlier. Oh, man, why he do him like that? And then came back on the slide and asked him about Madden Mobile. Oh, man, I was trying my best not to laugh, man, but, man, that was so funny. Golly. Oh, man. Listen, to me, it's nothing wrong with laughing. And I like to laugh, man. Even if the joke is on me, I like to laugh, man. Basil YT, man, listen, I appreciate you, my brother, for the $10 super chat, man. It's generosity like that keeps the channel going, keeps me going, man, and I appreciate you, man. Really, really do. But I'm gonna get back into it, man. I got a video that's coming soon. It should be a ton of. I'm hoping to have this video up. My plan is to have it finished by Thursday. So I got some work to do today. I got some work to do tomorrow night. But I am live streaming Thursday night, and don't forget next Thursday. This Thursday is what? It's this Thursday the 7th. So on the 14th. Your boy will be live on Nintendo Dads, and I believe it's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that, man. I'll hopefully have another flyer for that, So we're gonna next Monday, man. We're gonna talk about the OLED, some of our experiences, games we were playing, man. I don't know what game I want to play first, but I want to try to play something that I know. I know everybody's gonna post videos of Metroid, so of course I'm gonna do a Metroid. Um, but my next game after that, I don't know what's gonna be. So I know for sure the games we talked about earlier, Astro Chain and Luigi's Mansion will be definitely broadcast. I definitely make videos for those. But I think I'm leaning towards Cuphead. I think Cuphead is gonna probably be my game. I love Cuphead, man. This is another great game, man. But good people, man. We had a wonderful night, man. I hope y'all have a wonderful week, man. Stay safe. Drink your water, man. Drink your water. Keep your body hydrated, man. And exercise more, man. I think the best way to keep yourself healthy, especially during these times, is to take care of the things you need most. Take care of your lungs. Take care of your body. Keep your body hydrated. Get out there, get some sun. You need that vitamin D to help. The vitamin D helps you really strengthen your immune system to be able to fight off a lot of these things, man. Don't put on the sunblock. You don't need the sunblock. Is the wrong thing to do. You just need to go out there and get some sun. So let that be your goal for the week. Get some sun, drink some water, take care of your body. This is your boy Gaming Dad. And true fashion, usually I should have a button that say boop, but I don't. I got a what you call them things? I got a an Elgato screencast thing, and I don't even use it because it be acting stupid. And I hate that. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go through it. Every time my computer restarts, it restarts. So I had to go through and find everything. I got tired of that. But it is what it is. This is your boy Gaming Dad. Peace, love, and soul. Wow. Do I want to locate the file? I guess not. See, this dumb stuff like this here. Maybe I try this one.